Hello, everyone. It's Dave here on a Sunday night. Sorry we're a little late here. I was getting a drink and trying to find my hat. Joe, the big thing here, Joe, is trying to find the right hat to wear on these things. I like to mix it up, and I just go over to my pile of hats and I find one that looks good.
But I don't know what logo that is on top. I know what logo it is, but
It's a past team
it's
from
a
way
C.
in the
Isn't it
past.
supposed to be a C now?
Yeah, I don't know what that is. I've always liked those colors, the
Oh, me
maroon
too.
with the white and the yellow, and and I talk about this all the time. You know, the NFC East is always, as someone who has no connection to the NFC East at all, I could just watch that from a distance and enjoy it. And I can see the Giants and the Eagles and the Redskins and the Cowboys and
And
the
you
Eagles
just
and the
enjoyed
Cowboys
the game.
and just enjoy them beating the heck out of each other and having fun times. And just I've
Right.
always that's one division I've always really enjoyed was that NFC East. And even when the St. Louis Cardinals were in there, playing their mediocre ball, it's just always there was just something about that. Maybe the Tom Landry commercial, for American Express. Even when you're surrounded by Redskins, hello,
Yeah, yeah,
boys.
that was a
You
good
know,
commercial.
you know,
I
just
remember
just
that.
when they're in RFK playing on the grass, or they're in Dallas playing on that, or those cold days in Philadelphia, things like that. It just was it was just a fun division to watch. So that's why I had to go with the
It always
Redskins
was
tonight.
it always probably one of the most competitive divisions in the
Yeah,
NFL for many
yeah.
years.
And if you think about it, how many teams have taken their turns at the top and the bottom?
Right,
For
right.
years
A
the
lot of
Giants
parity
stunk,
for
and then the
years in that
Giants won the
division.
Super Bowls, and Dallas stunk, and then they won Super Bowls, and Philadelphia stunk, then they won Super Bowls, and even Redskins won a couple of Super
True.
Bowls back in the day. So anyway, here let's get to our chat. I'm sorry we're a little bit late tonight. We were kind of pre-gaming here. LK8181 comes by. Dave's Tabletop Gaming makes a stop by here, and LK81 says the 2025 team releases for matchup college football are going to be great. Oh, okay, yeah, I can't wait to see some more stuff out of that. I can't wait to see some NFL stuff from matchup college football. I know it's called matchup college football,
He's talking about it from what
but
I heard.
I told him I feel bad because I says it's a fun game. I says I'm just not a college football guy. I have no connection to any of those teams, even the Flutie team that I have. I just don't have any connection to it, so it's hard to enjoy.
I'm
Uh,
not a huge college guy. I'm more of a Gators fan. But what I did, I love the game engine. But what I do like about it, like if you can buy the famous quarterback set and get Marino and Montana in their college days, so you can get an kind of a pro relationship to the game.
yeah.
But I did find that.
It's just myself, aside from a couple of quarterbacks and running backs, it's a fictional game for me. I just have no
Don't let
connection
Vinny
to
hear
it.
you say
But I don't have
that.
a
He's a
connection to
huge
it.
college fan.
It's kind of like boxing. You'll never see me play a boxing game. I don't like boxing. It's just not my thing. So I won't play a boxing game just because I don't know anything about it and I don't care to know anything about it.
I used to be a big boxing fan, big, and up until probably like 2000. And if you see me play boxing, I'm playing the old Ali,
Yeah,
Frazier,
yeah, those are the ones I
those
like.
guys.
I still didn't care for it though. So there's a few things I just don't play as much because I'm just not into it,
Hmm.
and I don't want to pretend that I'm into it and just and go through it or whatever. But when he told me he was thinking about getting some NFL teams or pro teams on that, and I was like, okay, I like the game engine.
Yes, it's a
I need
fantastic game
something to
engine.
relate it to me. I just need to be
Absolutely.
slated to. Going back into the chat, Apachata comes by. He's been doing some fun videos, Joe. Apachata on his channel. He's put out some so a lot of I think it's been like the Appa baseball stuff he's been talking
Okay.
about. He does it up. He's got like graphics and it's like the AI voice that talks about it. But he types out a script and throws it in, and it's a video that talks about Appa stuff. And today there was listening on the way to the rink. I was listening to the Appa Master game. He was talking about how that kind of works and some of
Hmm.
the things. And it's a nice refresher. When I'm playing, it's like, oh yeah, I
Right,
forgot
right,
about that. And,
right.
oh yeah, well I didn't know that's why they do that and things like that. So it was really kind of fun listening to his stuff there. And yeah, we're going to talk about what's on our table when everybody else is playing here, And oh, Sean, he rolled some real dice for Digital Diamond Baseball, though. Very nice. I like Digital Diamond. I use
Nice.
it. I use it for all my stat keeping. Barbara comes
Hello,
by,
Barbara.
And D13's playing some second season and inside the crease. Yep, I might talk about that tonight a little bit myself.
I never played it.
It's
Believe it or not.
the
A
the
hockey
com-
game I didn't play.
the computer game is really good.
Yeah, that's
It's
what Vinny said.
I well again not the cards and dice are probably fine too. I just find that I enjoy that computer game. I enjoy more than cards and dice, which is probably the only time that I like
Okay.
a computer game better than cards and dice. I just like how it's done. It handles line changes so nicely. Just one click of the button, and you do that. You can change anybody you want. It's a really good PC game. I like the stat package. I like how it looks. The stats package look as well. It's fantastic. It just doesn't sim any of the other games, and so
Okay.
you have to play every single game that you want to do. So a lot of times I just do a one off, or maybe I'll play a whatever. But it's such a good game, but it doesn't sim, so it doesn't work for me because I really can't do much with it, And LK's been playing some season ticket baseball as part of the Splendid Splinter.
Oh, he's part of my that's my project.
Yep,
Yes.
yep.
Yes, he has been.
And well, yeah, you guys change the names on me. Is that Brian? Is that Brian right there?
No.
Brian Hoxley, I think.
Yeah, I think it is him. Yes.
And you guys changed up all the names on me.
Why did they do this?
YouTube did it to everybody, and it messes up.
Mine wasn't too bad because it kept my
Yeah.
name and just added numbers to it, which is fine.
Yeah, I don't think I have any numbers on mine for some reason. I don't know why, but I don't. I don't know. Is that Roy Hobbs with me? Where is Roy Hobbs?
That's Roy Hobbs.
Alrighty. And
there you go, the Wonder Boy.
The Steelers and the Ravens today. Who won that game? Who won that game today?
Steelers, Ravens. Steelers won that game.
Steelers won?
Yeah. Ravens were trying to make a last-minute drive. We were out eating.
I can't believe Buffalo won as Cincinnati choked big time. I didn't watch it because I was working, but it was bad.
I love him as a quarterback. Love him. I think he's one of the top in the league. I don't think he gets the recognition. I don't think he should, but they get into the playoffs every year and boom.
Yep. And Sean's Colts are falling apart. They were 7-1, and now they're 8-5. Yep.
Yeah, they fell apart.
And Roger Red Jester coming by. Good to see you, bud. Good to see you. But yeah, it's always Sundays are a fun day or it can be a disappointing day, I don't know if you can get Joe Montana and Earl Campbell in college. I guess it all depends.
Joe Montana, I'm not sure. Definitely Joe Montana because I've played him against Marino and I did Elway. Earl Campbell, I'm not 100% sure if he's in the running back set.
Okay. And Mark comes by. Good to see you, Mark. Mark, I'll be in touch with you about some things we've been chatting on the side about the Christmas show. So I need to get a hold of you with that. Yes, I think that is from The Natural, right? That's what you told me.
That is correct.
You told me it was The Natural,
Roy Hobbs, number 9, Roy Hobbs.
Hobbs.
Great movie.
JAA comes by. Better than J single A. And he says, hope all's well. Just tipped off 1970 NBA, NFL, and MLB season replays. Nice. I got the 1970 for Apple Football. I thought I would play it more. I've only played a couple of games. For some reason, I thought it'd be fun to play some of those guys that were getting older right before I kind of come into the football scene and play some of the classics. And I haven't really, it hasn't quite got me in that 1970 football season yet. It hasn't quite got me.
I like those. I see that. I'm starting to see that more. John Alexander's done it, and James Cast has done it, where they pick a certain year.
Yeah, and they stick with that year. Yeah,
baseball, football, hockey, basketball. One of these days.
Yep. And Dave says he's had some highlight maker hoop on his table. Yep. And Phoenix Knight's been going crazy. I was watching some of his stuff. Yeah, he had some payoff pitch on his tail. I think I was listening to that while I was in the car the other day. And so he's scraping off rust for his 2001 baseball season in January. Yep. And how to change a name? Let's see.
Barbara knows.
I think
Reach
you
out
got
to Barbara.
Yeah, when you go to when you sign into YouTube, if you click on your icon, I think it brings up something you can change your handle. It's called. Remember that as a CB radio? What's your handle?
And remember those days?
Yeah, and then that's where you can change that. I'm pretty sure.
Now we're doing videos. Those days, it was a big deal. You got on a radio and you spoke to somebody. And
yeah. Yeah, that was fun listening to that stuff there. I used to listen to shortwave radio too. That used to be
Uh-huh.
fun at night. Just listen to people chat about whatever, you know.
Then they had the get-togethers where people would meet up
Yeah,
after they spoke on the
yeah,
ZBs and
yeah. Captain Carl comes by. He's in the fourth quarter of his game, the 2K Runners project with Apple Football Basic. Nice Apple Football Basic. I love Apple Football. You know what's kind of neat, Joe? This is way off topic here, but you know that's what I like to do when I'm tired after working 4 straight days at 2 different rinks. Um, you know, like they find like all these old ancient texts and stuff. You know what
Mhm.
I mean? I just like listening to that stuff. It's just kind of great. And they're like, "Oh, we found all these old texts and we're trying to translate them. And what does this mean? Is it the meaning of life and all this other stuff there?" And they ended up putting a whole bunch of stuff into a computer, right? And the computer tried to translate it all, and they're trying to see if this was like the beginning of the world or what it's going to be. And so when they translated it, I guess 90% of it was receipts for goods at a market
Oh, wow.
and complaints about stuff that was bought. Like I bought this stone and it wasn't up to speed and it was
Wow.
cracking on me. And so it was just like your everyday mundane
So
things.
so the more we changed, the more we stayed the same.
Yeah, so it's kind of like, in 1,000 years or 2,000 years, whatever, somebody stumbling into my house and finding all this paperwork and
Right,
they're like,
right.
oh my God. And they translate it and it's like, oh, this is oil bill. you know, this is his cable bill. It was none of this cryptic stuff they thought about. Oh, the world's gonna. It's just like day-to-day things. I got a pretty good kick out of that because you're right. That's it. Day-to-day things existed. People had to go to work. They had to buy things. They were unhappy with their purchases. So instead of going on Yelp, they wrote it on these big heavy stones and handed it to the guy.
It's almost like you ever see the movie History of the World?
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
that's
it's
what it's
something
like.
like that.
You watch them in Rome,
Yeah.
walking with the big boom box in Rome.
You know what? They just made Spaceballs 2.
Did they really?
Yeah, Mel Gibson's still going. They made Spaceballs 2, and that's
Oh, I didn't know that.
supposed to come out next year, I think. Yeah. Yeah, so that should be kind of fun. Raymond comes by. And
Big Ray.
Marco's licking his wounds after that Bears loss. Yeah, that was bad play. Bad play to throw that in the end
I didn't
zone.
see that.
Yeah, 4th down on 2 out at the 7-yard line, and they went for it, and it was a busted play, and he had a guy wide open in the end zone, and he floated it, and
Oh,
it got intercepted. Yep,
got picked off.
yep, it was. It was. And Barbara says, I wanted to play some straps. She can't take herself away from the Payoff Pits Mets project she's working.
You keep breaking your promise to me, Barbara.
Isn't it hard? Isn't it hard when you just
It's hard
you're
sometimes.
stuck on a game like, man, I'm just enjoying this, and I don't want to pull
And
away.
that's, you know
from
what? You got to go with it then. You got to go with it.
Yep, you got to go.
And then,
what's
but what
fun.
happens, what happens sometimes you say, oh, I'll take a break. And you put that other game and you're like, why was this off the table for so long? And you
Exactly.
got that for a week on
And
the
then you
table.
never get back to the other game.
It's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah, that's how it goes. And that's one of the things I want to talk about tonight too, is just how much fun I've been having playing these games here. I've been playing so many different games, bouncing around, having so many ideas on things I want to
I've been
do.
too.
And it's just been such a good time.
I've
It
been,
really
I've
is.
been doing my co-ops, but I've been slipping some stuff in between, just jumping, having a
I've been
good
doing
time.
that too. I like to jump into the co-op once in a while, play a couple of games, kind of contribute, and then jump out and play something else, or just one off. Maybe I have a couple products going off to the side that I like to do myself.
We'll
and,
talk about it later. The horse racing game. Oh my God.
Yeah, I want to hear about that. I want to hear
So
about
good.
that. Cards and Dice with Dawn. Good to see you. Oh, I like that little logo there. CDWD. I like that. Thanks for coming by tonight. Marco, he says, you're dead wrong, Sean. We're coming for the pack in 2 weeks. Dun, dun, dun. Let's see. Raymond's playing some Hockey Blast and Shootout Hockey this weekend. Raymond, I played some Shootout Hockey. Okay. I just pulled out.
Ray, you're enjoying that Hockey Blast. Raymond told me today, I'm really enjoying that Hockey Blast.
I need to pull that out again. So I pulled out this season here, 69-70. And I'll tell you why I did that, okay? I've been kicking around the Action PC Hockey because you can do the manual entry, okay? And I've been going back and forth with Dave Cook. We've been talking about things, and I said, I need this, I need that, I need this. So he got the newest update. So I got the newest update, and I went in and I figured it out. I figured out how to do it, and I did a video today on it. And there's a couple things that's still missing. So I sent off to Dave. I said, Dave, I think we need this, and then we're good. So you can play it. So if you're playing a game on a table, you can play along with the game on the table and get every stat. Put the guys out on the ice, who wins the face-off, who gets it, who takes a shot, who gets a save. So you can play it any game you're playing on the tabletop. You can play along. And I'm thinking long play games. The Apple Hockey Bone Strat. I don't know about Hockey Blast because you don't really take every single shot in the game with Hockey Blast, but definitely 49 Quick Dex Hockey. So
the only time you're not, so you are taking every single shot except during a low. And then you're using that formula to see how many shots.
And that's what
that's
Shootout
the only
does
time
too.
you're not really taking the actual shot.
Yeah, with Shootout Hockey, it's the same thing. Is that
right?
You get the goals and the saves and the rebounds, but then at the end of the period, you roll dice and you tack on your total shot.
Right. That's how you get how many shots on goal it was, right? Based on the opportunities.
Yeah. So if you have a full play game, I mean, there's many I probably didn't even list here either. Inside the Crease is another one. If you played it, Cards and Dice, you can play along and just change the time, whatever you need for a time. And that's what really made it work for me, because in Apple, let's just say you have the puck and you roll the dice and you pass to your own guy. There's really not an option to do that. So then what you do is you figure out what this guy does. And if he turns it over, then you put in turnover for the second guy.
Okay.
And you
so you
double,
really can get detailed.
Yeah, and you double the card length. So if it's 30 seconds for this guy to pass it to this guy, and then 30 seconds for this guy to turn it over, you just put 60 seconds. Okay. And so just whatever the final result is that you need to record, you put it in and then subtract the time. And I was like, oh, I didn't realize that, And then if you really want to get crazy with a box score, you can look to see when a goal was scored. Let's just say the goal was scored at 3:43 of the first period. You just put those guys on the ice and you subtract how many seconds it takes to get to, 3:43, and you put this guy scored from this guy and this guy, and it inputs the score and brings the clock right to where you need to be.
Wow.
Yep. And now that's the long way of doing it, because you're kind of playing along, but you're skipping all the mundane stuff. But you so you can, if you want to do that, you can get your exact box score in there. Now you are missing all the shots. That's the other thing. So you'll have to manually put in the shots. And the other way, and what I'm getting to why I pulled out Shootout, is you could just manually put in the stats.
Okay.
And manually put them in. So I played this game here between the Kings and whoever it was. I played Detroit, Toronto, opening day, 69-70. And I just played it in Shootout. And it was a nice, simple 2-0 game. Only a couple penalties. So it was a very small box score. And I went into Action PC. And I went in and I put in, who scored, who got assists. I put in the goalie stats, saved it, and it took me, 3 or 4 minutes because there wasn't a lot to put in. And now I have full stats from that game. And so now and the idea behind that, because I like Mike Ignatowski has a great spreadsheet for his hockey, the Blue Links. I like that. But what I can do here with the Action PC is I can sim games.
Right.
So now I can sim. Oh, I want to play this one. I'll play it. Put in my stats. Sim the rest, and I can play along. The only thing, though, that when you do it this way, is that some of the minor stats are going to be skewed because the games I play, I don't keep fast track of face-off wins. I'm not keeping track of games played. So I'm only putting in when I play. I'm only putting in the guys that got stats. Everyone else, I'm not even paying attention to. So they're not even going to be considered given a game. And that's one thing I talked about in the video today, that if you want to put in the stats, you can. But if you really want to keep it up to date with everything the Action PC has to offer, you really got to play it play by play.
Right.
But if you want to so what I'm doing with Shootout, I'm going to start chipping away at the season. And I don't know if I'm going to sim anything or not. Maybe I will. Maybe later on I'll sim some of the games I don't care about, which is kind of fun too. But I'm going to start putting in some Shootout stats and see how I do and see if I can figure it out. But so far it seems to be working out pretty well. The basketball for Action PC is fantastic. That is really good. That's another one where this guy gets it and, what does he do? Shoot, miss, turnover, foul. And it's just, you play right along with it. And it was so good. And I thought it would take a long time to do because I was playing bank shot basketball. And it really was not hard at all. It's like, okay, Bird gets it, puts it up, no good, rebound to Dr. J. So I just go, Bird, miss, rebound, Dr. J, 20 seconds off the clock, whatever it is. It was fun. It was a real good time. So I'm kind of happy that they're doing that, and I'm still kind of tweaking it, and I'm still trying to get it down. But I think it's going to work. I think it's going to work, and it's really not too bad for a first go. For a first attempt at
Okay.
this, it's really not bad. So I can imagine how much better they'll get at it. It would be super nice, and I did send this to Dave too. It says if I could take my exact box score and put it in. So in other words, I can put in my goals. Rattel from Park and Hatfield at 343. If I could just input all that and it would spit it out into Action PC. So that way I have a box score. Because the way I do it now, I don't have a box score.
Right.
I have stats, but I don't have a
No
box score
box
because I'm kind of skirting the game
Mhm.
and putting in the stats. So I'm getting stats from the game, but the game's saying, we really didn't play this, but
It
but
is,
but
right. So
okay,
it's not giving you a box score.
yeah, we'll give it these stats here, but we have nothing to go on as far as like so like I say, you go into the box and there's nothing there. It's kind of weird. There's nothing there, but all your stats are still there. If you go to the leaders, they're there, and the goalie, and so it's different. It's a very different way, but I think it's a good first attempt. Of Dyson Men, just got Glory Days boxing PDF. He needs to print and cut and corner.
Excellent game.
Nice.
Excellent boxing game.
And we have a Hey Marco here. Here's another guy that needs to change his little handle here. We should have a handle changing party. That's what we should do. Is we should have people come in and then they change their handles and they come back. And you know what this kind of reminds you? Remember that light beer commercial where all the NHL goaltenders were in the bar room and they're all talking to each other. And Tony Esposito comes up and goes, "Who's this guy?" And he pulls down the mask and like, "Oh, Tony." That was a great commercial. I don't recognize some of the names in here, and I feel bad that I don't recognize them because I used to see everybody's name. But anyway, we'll just get caught up in the chat here. And you're cheering for the Chiefs tonight? Come on, I'm chiefed out. I'm so chiefed out,
Just
And
Andy Reid. I still like Andy Reid.
and Tim T says that's how you change your handle. Okay, so you go into your
No,
YouTube.
he's 10-4. Your handle. Get it? We were talking about CBs. 10-4. What's your
yeah.
handle?
Yeah, I didn't pick up on that. I'm tired today. I'm tired today,
Good one, Tim.
Will I put any APA college football on your table? No. The short answer is no. I just don't relate
Hey, you said it earlier,
to
right?
college football at all. And I do have some APA football teams for college because when I bought the game,
Yeah, they throw two. They throw
I
you
got
two
two of
teams,
them
the
in there.
champion
Yeah.
teams.
So I think I got the Chiefs and the Buccaneers or something like that, plus a couple college teams. And
Yeah.
no, just not my thing. I'm not a college anything, not even college hockey.
I can't get into college hockey. I'll watch it sometimes, but to play it, I can't play it.
If it's on TV,
Yeah.
I'll watch some football first, then maybe hockey second. I'll never watch college basketball. I'm sorry, I just don't like it. I'm not a big fan of the college. I just
Mhm.
never was. And I know we get BC up here that does quite well, especially with hockey every year. Just not my thing. Everyone's got a thing. It's just not my thing. So, and Mr. Jet comes by. Mr. Jet. Let's see here. Barbara says to change your handle, click on your icon or ICO, then select view your channel, then click on customize your channel, then scroll down to where it says handle. And that's where you put in what you want there. Nice. And Mark comes by. I'm playing 65 NFL with APA Basic. There's another APA football player. Fantastic. And always got United Sayers Browns
Nice.
and Jim Brown. Yeah. And
Not
that is
like
fun.
holding those cards with those
Oh
kind
man,
of guys.
yeah, that's the one. That's the one. Well, we had John on the show a couple years ago, right? And we were talking about that. We were talking about ID's rant about APA football, which is not wrong, by the way. And he was talking about all these cards that you don't use, and what's the sense of this, what's the sense of that. But when you unbox the APA football and you get the card in your hand, I don't care who it is, that sometimes when I was unboxing the one of the Patriots season, I get like John Hanna.
Mm-hmm.
And he's an offensive lineman. I'm probably not going to use his card much at all, except to get the rating. But to have that card rather than just on a team sheet, it is something special about it. It's hard to describe.
It's that I said it was strat when you buy like baseball and hockey,
Yep.
and it comes wrapped in the block, and you unwrap it, and you got Wayne Gretzky, Mark
Yeah.
Messier,
I mean, part of the
Roger
fun,
Bear.
yeah, part of the fun is when you when you get something in that's cards, payoff
Yes,
pitch, APA, strat,
especially baseball.
yeah,
Because you look at that stat from the year, you
yeah.
pull it out and you're like, wow,
Well,
Babe Ruth, look at the season he had,
yeah. Well, even when I did the payoff pitch, the basketball, the bank
Mhm.
shot basketball, not bank shot basketball from Joe, and I got a lot of season. I played that the other day, and I couldn't believe how quick the game came back to me and how much fun I really really did have with bank shot basketball. And so I'm when I remember unboxing that and sorting all the teams out, the same with payoff pitch and anything apper I get or anything with cards. It's just you flip. It's like, "Oh, I didn't realize he played on this team," and then
Mhm.
"Oh,
Oh,
I didn't
yeah,
realize."
yeah,
So
you
it's
get
like
that too
then you're like then
sometimes.
you make a note. It's like, "Oh, I need to play this guy on this team. I didn't realize that, this guy was on the Angels or
Or
this
you
guy
forget
was."
about a player. Like, and all of a
Yeah,
sudden you're going through putting your
oh,
teams
yeah,
and you're like, "Oh, wow, that's right, he played."
yeah. It's like, "Oh, yeah, that guy, I gotta play that guy there," and things like
Mhm.
that. So that's the one thing that you don't get when you play team sheets, is you don't get that moment of looking through
No,
the cards when
you
you're
don't.
sorting them out. Because I like to kinda go through everybody. The football's a lot to go through. There's a lot of
Yeah.
guys, again, linemen I don't know. But especially when I do the baseball and the hockey, I like to go through in the basketball a little bit. And that basketball set was fun going through. It's like, I had no idea that, ML Carr played for this team, or,
Mm.
one of my favorite Celtics or whatever played for a different team. Who was that the other day? Was, oh, I forget I was playing. I think I was playing the Seattle Supersonics, and there was, might have been Henderson. Uh, no, Dennis Johnson. I know there was one of the Celtics from the heyday that was on that team. I was like, oh, no way, he's on this team, and it was just so cool that, like, there he is, got the card for him on this team, and that was really kind of fun. So yeah, so having the cards, part of the fun of the cards is sorting through them and going through them and having them in their hand, and it's more expensive, but I feel you get more out of it. I think you really do.
Oh, I agree. I
I
agree.
think you do. And P Jet comes by and says, finished the regular season of his 8-team 90s league with Hockey Blast. Playoffs coming soon. So who did well in that? What are some of the teams that did well? Give us an idea what's happening with that. Um, and so Marco, will you put some Glory Days football on your table? He might. Yeah, I just sense to me the college is not my thing, and he says he might. It's been a while since he played. Um, smoke him if you got him. Spaceballs was great. It was. There are some movies that you just quote all the time. Comb the desert. There's so many, and you wonder how many of those, when they did that, was it just a line in the movie that just struck a chord, and people just kind of jumped on it, and they just did something with it, because it's just kind of fun that all the things that we say, that we quote different movies. It was just great. That was such a good movie there. Um, just it
It was
was
a funny movie.
John Candy in that, and was it
Yeah.
Bill Pullman or something like that? Just the whole cast
John
was just
Candy
great.
was Chewbacca, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Supposed to be Chewbacca.
yeah. No, what was his name? Bartholomew.
Or
Yeah, that was good. That should be fun. And Captain Carl says, how do you like the 65 mark? He finished 63 with Appa this past summer. So some Appa players out there. And Jerry, good to see Jerry playing some Appa football and play golf. I saw you playing that. I need to get that History Maker Golf back on the channel, because I
played
enjoyed playing
I
that play
played the
game.
other day.
I
I
love
did
that
a
game.
couples matchup because I got this set, the women's golfers, and Nancy Lopez rocked it. She was partnered up with Arnold Palmer. They just rocked
Oh,
it.
nice. That's a good idea, actually. Yeah, a
Yeah, I
little.
did all three couples. I had Woods and Carrie Webb, Nancy and Arnold, and Babe Diedrichson and Jack Nicklaus.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it was fun. A lot of
That's
fun.
interesting. I didn't think about doing it like now. Did the women hit from the women's tees? No, I'm
No,
seriously. I'm asking. Did you play any
no,
special rules?
just the
No.
same role, same role.
Okay. Okay.
you know. But and then the funny thing is tomorrow, so one of the guys in my club, he's actually off. He's a teacher. And he's like, I got Monday off, Joe. I know you're retired. I want to see that history maker. So I'm meeting him up tomorrow morning.
Nice.
Show him some
What
history maker golf.
was it a best ball type of thing, or was it just final
No, so it
score?
was just the combined scores as a team, and then let's say it was a par four and Babe Dietrichson, what do you call it? Eagled the hole, and Nicholas parred the hole, so they'd be -2,
I see. Okay.
as a team.
Yeah. I'm wondering if you could play a best ball with that.
Yeah, you could. There's no reason why
It
you
would
can't. You
probably
just take
be
the better score.
it would be kind of weird because you'd be playing it differently, but I think you could.
You
Yes, you
just take
see.
the better score of your couple. That's all, and just apply that score.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, let's just say
Oh, I see what you're saying.
you got a par four and one guy's in the woods and one guy's in the fairway, or one guy goes in the water and one guy's over here. So then you would hit both shots from the next one to see what you get. So in theory, if you were next to the green, you'd have two chances to chip in, so to speak, because
Hmm.
each golfer would have a chance. I might try
Right.
that sometime. Maybe that's something
It's
I might try.
interesting.
Yeah, just to kind of play a little different like that. I think it'd be kind of fun. Uh-oh, we have a soccer player. Alert. Marco alert. We have a soccer player here. Roger is playing 3016 Dice United 2 soccer project. Yes, he is. Look at that. Look at it's fixed. It's fixed. I think it's fixed, right? Is it fixed? Did he fix his?
It's so good. It's so good. But real quickly, back on what you said about History Maker Golf.
Yeah.
You can play alternate shot,
Oh,
so that might
really?
be a way to do it.
Yeah. Brian fixed his name here. I don't know if you noticed that.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
yes. And somebody else did too. Ray did. We don't have to see that Hextall anymore.
Oh, he did. I thought it still says
Yeah,
Hextall. No.
I saw it scroll by.
Oh
Yeah, it
boy.
says Ray Barrett.
Oh, hang on a sec here. I'm behind in my chat. I'm
Yeah,
way
he
behind in my
changed
chat.
it.
Okay. So it must have just come up here. So Barbara posted how to change it. So we were already there, and we talked about Mark with his 65. Let me see. I skipped over 17 messages from Sean, like I always do. We talked about PJet here. I'm just going to catch up here. JAA, we were talking about that. Captain Carl with his 65. Jerry with his this. And then we came here. We
Yeah,
talked. I'm going to skip
that's
over the
what. Yeah, and then
soccer.
we started talking about
Okay. Yep. Yep. And now I see this. I still see the Hextall fan here. So maybe that hasn't registered yet. Maybe it's still kind of doing his thing here. He bought blank slate. He bought chopsticks. And don't tell his wife. Yeah. I'm going to be bringing that definitely to Connecticut for that. And Roger is doing his own fictional universe of soccer. Fantastic. And PJet's saying that Hextall made 3 great saves in the third period in his Hockey Blast League. Good time. Mr. Baseman coming by. Good to see you. And Don says, first world problem here. Should I get a dice tray, cup, or tower system to throw the dice? Whatever you get, just make sure it's quiet.
I was just going to say, he just took the words out of my mouth.
Yeah. There's someone on YouTube that plays a lot of games that I have to talk to off to the side. I'm not nice about it. And it's just like, we need you to get a better dice tower because it just
Noisy. Some of them.
And for myself, it's like I want to hear the person talk. I don't want to hear dice like getting really loud, and it's too loud. And sometimes I like to listen at night. I'll go to bed and I'll listen at night to somebody. And one guy, I think it was Bob. Puts it in a glass and it just drops them in nice and slow, so it's nice and subtle. And there's some other guys that roll on a mat like I do, so you can't hear it. And there's some guys that just like the dice is so loud. It's the clanking off the plastic, and it's just I can't
Yeah, I
take.
don't use that.
So,
I like the tray and it's got a cushion. Sometimes what I do is I bought blank play mats,
yeah.
and I'll just put my my little playboard on it and roll right on the play mat, and you don't hear a sound.
Yeah,
Because a lot of times, if I wake up early,
yeah.
or I can't sleep, I want to go play. I'm not going to wake up the house.
Yeah, it is kind of noisy and it just echoes. It's a harsh tone. It really is. And so I had a dice tray. I still have it, but my problem is I put the dice in and they would come shooting out. They just would drop in, and I would try angling it and moving things around. I tried everything to keep the dice in there, and they just kind of went everywhere. So now I have the mats, and I'll use a cup and drop it on the mat. I do have a dice tray. I got the one you gave me, and I have another one that
Okay.
somebody made me a really, really nice baseball and a hockey one. And I haven't used them in a while, but they were pretty quiet too. So that's all I would suggest for that, Mr. Baseman coming by. And I haven't played my bass in such a long time. And And Ray says have to what? Yeah, Raymond, I might be willing to do a co-op project with Shootout with a couple of people. And it might be kind of fun just to, because I'm getting pretty good at putting in the stats on Action PC. And I'm just putting in, like I say, whoever scores, assists, or gets a penalty, that's all I'm putting in. And so that's all I'm going to keep track of. So the games played are going to be off. If you never get a goal or a point or a penalty, you're not going to play any games in my season according to the stats. But I think it'd just be kind of fun. And Shootout's a fun game to test it. I'd like to test Shootout to see how they did. My game today was 2-0. It was Detroit and Toronto in the opening game of the season. It was 2-0. And like there were only 2 penalties. I was like, wow, okay. That's a good start, you know? And LK says when you're playing DNC hockey, it must be cards and dice. Do you just go with the basic line matchups first or second? Or you try to get more realistic? That's a good thing. In fact, it was ST wants me to do a video on line changes in hockey and how to do it in cards and dice. Grant is on the right track with his game. It's a lot of it's 1-1, 2-2, but every now and then he's breaks it up and it's 2-3, 1-4. For the longest time I did 1-1, 2-2, 3-3, and I just found I was bored out of my mind.
Yeah, the highlight does that.
Yeah,
It jumps, and if you go to the line, it'll say home team line 1, right? Visiting team line 3.
Yeah. Now what I do is I have the spreadsheet in Excel that Keith made, and it does for Hockey Bones and Apple, which are the 2 I play the most. You put in what line is on the ice, and the spreadsheet will spit out the next line for you kind of randomly. It just won't repeat. So if line 1's out there, it's going to suggest line 2, 3, or 4. And off on the side, you put in how many shifts for each line you want, how much for line 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I usually give line 4 5 shifts, 4 or 5 shifts a game. Minimum 1 a period, and then maybe 1 or 2 spread out through the game. And so when it spits it out, what's kind of neat when I do it this way, now the computer has no idea, that's just giving me a number. But like early in the game, let's just say in the first period, I got, one team's going to play line 4 twice. Right. And the other team doesn't play him at all. So if I can get line 4 out there and not give up a goal, I've played my 2 worst lines. And now I only have to play them a couple more times. Well, the other team still has to play them 4 or 5 times. So I've survived with my worst guys out there, if you follow that.
I'll do it based on game situation.
Toward the end I will. But in the middle of the game,
sometimes what I'll do, let's say in the first period, line 4 got 2 goals, and it's a 2-0 game. I might give them an extra shift in the second period.
I didn't think of that.
Mentally, these guys are hot. But yeah, I don't like that random. I mean, the way Grant does it, there's a method to it. I get that, but just that random. And then of course at the end, in third period, I might give line 4 only 2 shifts, 3 tops in the third period.
But I don't like to go 1, 2, 3 and just keep matching them up. It just I know it's supposed to be best and second, but during the game,
I'll do that. For a lot of the game.
During the game, though,
depends on the scores and.
Yeah, but you're not going to get that the entire game. It's not always going to be one. No,
you can't do that. You got to skip sometimes.
So there's no right or wrong answer to that as far as when you do it.
You can really go deep, and when you're coaching, and let's say the home team actually gets last change. You know what I'm saying? So if you really want to play strategically, and you try to be fair because you're coaching both teams, and say, but what would the home team do now? He put his second line out.
Yeah.
I'm throwing my first line out. So there's a lot you can do with that.
There's a couple different ways. I mean, most people just go 1, 2, 3 and match them up.
Mm-hmm.
I like to do that to start each period, and then after that, let's just see what's going to go.
See what happens. See which way the game goes.
Oh boy. Hang on 1 second here. Hang on. This is going to get real ugly. Did I tell you?
Oh yeah, wow!
He heard us talking about hockey. That's why.
I am ugly. I was lurking in the chat
we're not talking soccer. We're not talking soccer here. So just so you know,
I'm out. I'm going out. I was sitting with the princess watching SpongeBob. She was falling asleep, so I didn't want to move. Now my wife's she's doing her little devotional and gonna go to sleep. So
So yeah, so we just what were we talking about here? I forget what we were talking about now.
Talking about hockey, and
shootout
then line changes,
hockey and
strategies.
Yeah, just
and
the line
certain points
changes.
in the
Yeah.
period.
Now
and-
hockey blast one that I tend to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then at some point I just mix it up. I'm like, okay,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
no,
go
definitely.
1, 3 here, then 2, 3, and I just sometimes you want a different mix up there because I did that forever with Apple hockey. It's like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3,
No.
and then it's like I want a different matchup. I want to see how they do against Gretzky and Lemieux line 2. I want to see how Bob Orr does against the Seals third line or fourth
Right.
line. I just think that's what it's all about.
Before you signed on, Vin, I was saying sometimes what I'll do is, let's say line 3 scores 2 goals in the first period, the only goal scored. I might give them an extra shift in the second period.
I like
because
that
They would in
as a
real life.
coach, those
Reward
players
them.
were hot.
Yeah.
They're hot. Let
Reward
me throw
them,
them out
right.
there.
Right. I've always played with the home team matching lines, so I would use the defensive forwards against the Gretzky-like line because in real life you weren't going to play your top scorer
Right.
against somebody like that. You would always get your best checking line out there, even if that means starting that line. So I've always used the home team with the last change, but that's me. That's me.
No, I said that before you got on too. You can do that if you really want to get strategic as a coach.
Well, yeah, because that's just the way it's been played, And but with Grant's game, I've learned to just let everything play.
I like
with,
that.
We
with the
said that.
highlights.
He's got it. He's
Because-
got he has the formula. When
Yeah.
you get that, put home team line 1, visiting team line 3. He's got a formula. You could tell.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you trust
So-
it. You trust his game engine.
Yeah, because you got to remember the game is in increments of certain amount of minutes,
Right.
depending on how many action cards are used.
Right.
So
yeah.
that top line might have gotten a shift during those increments,
And they didn't
did
see
nothing.
it, right?
There
'cause
were
it's a
no
highlight.
highlights, right?
Yeah.
So even
Yeah.
at the last card, I'm not putting them out there because they might have been out there already.
Yeah.
And the highlight of that period was that the third line scored. Now,
Mhm.
do I lessen the fourth lines and third pairs in the last period? Yes, but only with about 2, depending on how many action cards. There's 5 for the period. I won't use them on the last shift.
Right.
The only thing I'll do is if I'm pulling the goalie, I go line 1 for both teams. So late in the game, 1-goal game, the best guys will be out there at the end. If I pull the goalie, but
I could see that.
that's the only time
Yeah.
I really change that. But so going back to the chat room here, Marco was just talking about Blue Links hockey spreadsheet last night. Mobile, it's a spreadsheet. It's I think
Yeah,
it's an
I don't think it has a mobile option.
Excel spreadsheet. So if you can use it on Excel, then that's what it is.
Unless you can, you may be. It depends on your phone. You may be able to download an Excel program, but it depends on. I don't think on Apple phones.
I don't think you want to do it on your phone. There's
But-
a
right.
lot of things going on that you need to
Right.
click
I
on.
don't
You gotta
think
be
you can unless your phone can handle the macros. I don't think it can.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
and,
the other
his
thing too, yeah.
and Blue Links is deep.
Oh,
It's
yeah, it is
really
deep,
deep.
yeah. It is.
Your phone will be freezing up, Marco.
For lack of a better way, I'm impressed with it. I get a headache looking at it because I know
Yes.
I couldn't
No,
handle it.
Yeah.
But
it's a genius thing,
outstanding.
but yeah.
Hey, John's here. Hey, John.
PJet says I'm way behind the chat, so I'm sorry. I'm catching up here. PJet goes 1-1, 2-2 in the first, and offsets them for the rest of the game until the last few minutes. That's a good idea too. I like that. Mike comes by, and there's
I'm
the Vin
surprised
comment.
PJ does that because he's. Oh, that was me earlier.
Yeah.
Somebody asked about Joe Montana and an Earl
Yeah, and I
Campbell.
said yes, but it doesn't have
Did
Earl
you-
Campbell, right?
No, not yet.
I didn't think
Oh,
so.
That would be awesome.
Wasn't
Yeah.
100% sure.
Mike's working on a
77
basketball
Texas.
spreadsheet. Yeah. I
Yeah.
did see that. Mike's working on a basketball one. So
I was going to say, I'm surprised PJ. Probably for game ability and playability, because he's a hockey purist. So.
I don't know. Does Action PC work on a
No.
Mac?
No.
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 Okay. Okay.
No.
All right. So yeah, we put that no. Okay. And let's see here. And Barbara posted on how to change your names. Yep. Just she talked about that. I think everybody got that from
Yeah.
her earlier. It's
Did
a
I
good
hear
idea.
a rumor correct that Barbara now has shootout hockey?
Yes. I got her
Good
that
for
for I
her.
got her that for Christmas. I was like,
I thought I read that.
Yep. And I because we talk about it all the time. And actually, what spawned that whole thing was somebody in the shootout group had 2 decks of cards they were selling.
I
And I
saw
was,
that, and you
and
asked. I
so
saw
I
that.
said, "Yeah." Says, "Well, what do you want from 'em?" You know, because they're only $20 a set. So I mean, and so he says, "Well, just give me $20 for both." And he goes, "I'll ship them out." And I says, "Can you send one to me and one to Barbara?" And he said, "Yeah." So
Nice.
she's got a deck of facts coming. So I got the game for her. So she has
Definitely
that
the way
now.
to play it.
And I was talking to her on the phone about it on the way home from the rink the other day. Just kind of explaining how it works. She's like, "All these letters, I don't know." I was like, "Let me show
Yeah,
you how it does.
Hmm.
What the letter's
it
for is
flows.
this." I said, "Flip a card," and then she's like, "What this letter says? Who's taking the shot?" She's like, "Oh, Rod Gilbert's taking the shot." That's all that you need the
From
letter for.
where? Right.
Yeah, then it's I didn't get that far with it, but it was just like
And
I was helping her identify the letters. Then
and
we would.
Barbara, we have the guru in
Oh
this room.
yeah.
Oh
Ray
yeah, Raymond.
Barrett
Yeah,
is the guru,
Ray Barrett is really good with it.
and he loves helping people.
Hook up
P-Jet,
with Ray.
myself, so many people help you with that game. And again, you can play it as light or as full as you want. If you don't want to keep
Peach, a
track
big
of.
shootout guy
Oh
too,
yeah,
Dave?
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
I
he
didn't know
was.
that.
Yep, yep. He's got
Okay.
a lot of videos on it too. Yep.
Oh.
Um,
Fun game.
yep. And Triple G comes by. Good to see Triple G. I'm behind. I'm behind in my chat.
I
I'm sorry about
struggled
that.
with my gaming today. I was looking so forward to having some
Oh
time
yeah,
to
there you
myself.
go. Yeah, Raymond
You
there.
did, Vin. I
All
would have
right,
never
right.
known.
Oh, Joe.
You
I
were
was ready to
blowing
put
up
my
my
head.
phone.
I was ready to
He
put
was
my head to an
blowing
air
up my
conditioner.
phone.
If I had those old window air conditioners, I would have scraped my face off to the back grating. That's how mad I was.
DJ that's who I was thinking about. Dennis Johnson, I think it was. Triple G spent all day inside playing Appa baseball while
I'm
listening.
jealous.
Nice. I
Not
was at
so
the
much
rink
for that
all
game, but
weekend.
for a game.
The only thing I did this morning is I did get up and I did play around with the Action PC manual entry for the hockey. And excuse me, I think I got it pretty much squared away now that I know how to do
Did
it.
you have another triple header today?
No, luckily I just had one game today. And it was 9-0. So there was no threat of overtime. The game actually went into running time, which I didn't think they did, but they do. And so I was out of there early today. So it wasn't bad. Yesterday it was tough. Yes, especially when the glass broke during the warm-ups. The glass broke in between one of the games, and that's a half hour to an hour wait to fix that.
Even
And
the
I'm like,
NHL crews, this is not a quick fix.
They did it pretty quick.
Uh-huh.
And the thing is that there was so much time in between games that even though it took half an hour to 45 minutes,
There was enough time in between.
Yeah, the last game actually still started on time. So I was like, oh, thank goodness.
What broke it?
Warm-ups, just guys taking shots in warm-ups.
They just the right way.
These kids
Shooting
come in and
at
they
the
just
glass.
No, the goalie's like off to the side stretching. So they come out and there's 100 pucks on the ice and they're all taking slap shots and they're hitting the glass left and right and just it happens once or twice a season.
You catch
Once
it
or twice
right.
a season, it'll happen.
Vinny, Vincent, you see what's behind me over my left shoulder on the table? Can you make what it is? The big chart.
There's a little glare there.
Okay.
Is that Strat?
Strat hockey.
I broke all my teams out looking through them because I got so frustrated. But I was so mad because just feeling my Appa decks, my cards, all the teams, they look so. You saw the text I sent you guys, so nice and tight. And I got to stop playing with this. And
we were just talking about that, me and Joe, how we were talking about cards and printed stuff and just even guys you don't use a lot. It's still fun to go through them and see all the cards. It's hard to describe that feeling.
I had a good game set up. I just. And maybe it's because I'm not sleeping a lot lately.
It might be. Don't overthink the Apple hockey.
Yeah.
Because I saw you doing some posts, and I was like, okay, I think he's just kind of tired right now because it wasn't making sense what you were trying to do. And I did that the other day. I pulled out a couple games, and I just was tired, and I wasn't getting in. I had to put it away because it wasn't working. And I know it's not the game. No, it's not the game. But it's just like sometimes it's like, man, this ain't working today. It's just
because I know it's a fun game, man.
Listen, it happened to me with basic baseball. I was playing season ticket baseball the other night, and I'm like, I'm just not getting this. And I've had it on the table. I played 2 games before that, and it was I said, you know what? I'm tired. Next day I went back, boom.
Yeah,
there's some games I could not play for a year and get to it, and just like it's like
there's some you got to relearn. Yeah,
but it is a lot to begin with, and I never really put a lot of time in yet. But I think I'm going to grab some guys, like maybe Robert will play at the D2D, and George, I don't know if he plays Appa hockey, but
George probably play anything.
He
just loves having a good time, George.
Well, I'm going to try and play more too, but I want to play with those teams. I had the 18-19 Lightning on the road against the 12-13 Kings. and are some of my like
I
favorite
was thinking of,
players.
I was thinking of doing a maybe a history maker golf at the day.
That would be fun.
You could do it. You could have a
Yeah.
nice tournament.
You know, just do a stroke play tournament. You know,
Yeah, you have a nice tournament. Just
nice stroke play. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Have you guys ever like not played a game for a while and then gone back to it and you're like, oh man, I gotta relearn this, and then realize it's like, wow, the second time around it's a lot easier. That happened with Bang Shot Basketball the other day because I remember how I fought with that in the beginning about who gets the ball, what goes on, and I
Yeah.
just couldn't quite understand this and that and the other thing. Then finally I said, okay, I'm just gonna do it. And Joe's like, you're not gonna break the game if you give the ball to this guy. So okay, good. That's good to know.
Right.
And so I pulled it out the other day and said, so I got to learn it. So I'm reading the directions, going through it. It's like, okay, there's a couple little things I needed to remember about when to flip it, don't flip. And I just started playing it, and it was better than the first time I played it. And I was having so much fun with it. And this game is moving. I'm having fun with it. And then I started putting stats into Action PC. It's like, oh man, this was great. So yeah, so once in a while I go back to a game and it's just the second time around, it's like, wow, this is easier than I thought. So once in a while
I
that
think
happens.
a lot of the APA hockey there was just certain things that I just, and I kind of felt like when I hit that thing, there was a shot, penalty, of safe. What was it? A shot.
You were hitting plays that if I put the game out, you were hitting plays in a row that
Yeah.
you might not hit for a half hour playing the game.
Gee.
Yeah.
You were hitting like back.
Who
back,
else
back.
would end up
Now,
doing that?
playing safe. I'm trying to think where you would get that playing safe.
Safe, I think, means where you're doing your forechecking.
Yeah,
So
but
if you're
I
winning the
couldn't
game,
find it
you're
in the
sitting
rules.
back. That's
Yeah,
safe to me.
do you know what it
Playing
is?
safe.
Find it in the rules.
Hang on a sec here.
And
It's
I
got to
wanted
be your
to-
forechecking. It's what your forechecking is set at.
Well, checking is 1, 2, or 3.
Right.
Okay, so what's one?
one
I don't
is
know if
safe.
they consider that safe, but is it listed anywhere?
I think it is. I don't
It
have
would
the
make
book on me.
One is like playing safe.
It makes total sense, but I couldn't find anywhere where it said it's playing safe.
The rule book sometimes doesn't point out things. I don't know what it is. It'll tell you like the penalty shots. There's not a section for penalty shots. The penalty shots, you got to go back and find them in another rule.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think like, so you're playing 2 the entire way,
Right.
except if it's 4-on-4, then you
Well,
play
by
3.
choice, it's normal too.
Yeah.
Right.
Now late in the game, down by a goal or 2, I'll
Right.
bump into
Right.
3 for the losing team,
Right.
and the winning team goes into 1.
For
And I
1.
think
Right.
that's safe. So the idea is
Yeah,
that
I agree with
you
Dave.
are playing safe in 1. You're not playing aggressive, so you're not going to take that odd penalty. there.
PJet just said it.
Oh,
I didn't
okay,
see
yeah,
it.
I'm not
There
there
are
yet.
safe results in forecheck 1.
Okay,
So that's
Oh,
safe.
wait, no wonder I
Forecheck
didn't
1 is
see it.
safe.
yeah, I'm
No wonder I didn't
behind in
see
my
it.
chat. I'll catch
Okay.
up with it in 1 second here.
I would love to have somebody.
Tim says, I prefer printed cards. I'm running out of storage space. I know. I'm running out of 2. With PDFs, you can print and toss. Yeah, I know. Sometimes it is kind of neat.
Who asked this question? Loke SHS. Okay, go through the chat, but
Yeah,
he
I'm-
wants to know the favorite tabletop games with cards and dice. I know
With
you
facts
guys.
and dice.
Everybody knows mine. So
Yeah, it's nice to see everybody getting their names squared away too, because that was so cruddy.
Matchup college football.
yeah, that's my favorite.
Yeah.
By far.
Jerry, no, you're not the dice tower problem. You're not. But if you think you are, if you think you're the dice tower problem, then you need to get quiet because that means you think you're allowed.
I would never be able to use
Novin?
one unless
But no,
it was made
actually,
out of-
Jerry, you are a little loud. I'd say sometimes at night, because I like to put on the Apple football at night, and sometimes it is a little loud. But it's not. You're not the terrible one. There's one terrible guy, and I love this guy.
Ben,
yeah.
Dave never saw this movie.
Never saw the movie.
Holy cow!
He didn't know who Wonder Boy was.
Oh
No.
my goodness!
It's not a baseball guy. Not a baseball guy.
Yeah, it's a must see. You have to see it now.
It's a great movie.
Dice
But
towers are
anyway,
good. I
yeah,
have the Yahtzee cup and the mat, so I mean I'm real quiet with my dice.
I like the
really am,
Yahtzee cup, and now I ordered
Yeah.
2 of those mats that Joe was talking about earlier. Plain mats, 2 of them for how much, Joe? Again, what it cost me with
Buy
shipping?
one, you get one free. Of course, and free shipping in the continental U.S. was
Yeah.
like $17.
Yeah.
They had a special.
I
Big
can't.
Play
Viking
at the races
mats.
is a lot of fun.
I have to keep it quiet in my home anyway, especially at night.
Oh,
I
you're
don't
talking
like
about the
making
horse
a lot.
races?
I don't like noise either. I don't play with nothing on. I play
It's just so
quietly.
nice that, and the mat's nice and soft. It just feels
Mhm.
good. I just like
And you know
that.
what else I was telling Joe today? The mat makes it a lot easier to pick the cards up.
Yes.
Absolutely, yeah. Trying to get them off the table, forget it. The mat, a little bit of indentation there. Yeah. Epic Dave comes by, Mister Little, and yeah, Dave. I think you said you were coming to. Are you coming to D this year? Because I know that Play.con unfortunately is canceled. So um,
Thanks,
that
PJ. Go ahead, Dave.
that does open up some things for us. You know, not the way I wanted it to happen, obviously, but at least we can have some conventions going until Keith can get Play going again. Mr. Turnbull comes
I
by.
think he's just pulling. He's reverting back to pre-Sam when
I,
he
I
did
think he's
little events around the country.
what he's doing. He's playing it safe and he's not overextending
Yes.
himself. And what I think he's doing is that he realizes that okay, Sam did a lot of the stuff here. I can't do it myself.
Right.
If I try and it turns into a disaster, that's what I don't want.
That's when he'll be in trouble.
So it's like until I can come up with a plan that'll do it, then yeah. So
Yeah, and listen, I know I could speak for probably everybody in this chat, Keith. And if somebody's listening, we're all here to support him.
yep,
You
absolutely.
know, he's got it figured out.
Mike comes by and says he's asking DD Mike a question. When you buy PDFs in bunches, do you print them right away and cut them, or just print and save for later, or
Good
just save the
question.
file, or print them and cut them and find? Yes. Well, let me see. I'll tell you what I do. Then we can all talk about it. Usually, I like to print everything and get it ready to play. That's
See,
just
Joe?
my.
See?
That-
Go ahead, Dave. That's what I said.
I can't help it. That's me. I don't like the fact that I have a season, and if I want to play a team, I don't have it ready. It's just built into my wiring.
I'm too anal. I have to.
And so for me, I tend to once in a while, like I bought season ticket 84 baseball to play in the co-op project, and I just printed the two teams that I was playing a couple games for. That's a rare occasion that I do that. But I think with baseball, with there's so many pages and guys to print, and I wasn't sure how many games of that product I was going to play, that I only did the two teams. But a lot of other things, a lot of other games, I will, like with Shootout, I print everybody. The second
Yeah, but that's
seasons, if I
too. Team sheets.
Yeah,
team sheets, yeah.
easy.
With team sheets, I tend to print a lot of the team
Yeah.
sheets.
Yeah.
Solitaire Pro Football, I got like all those team sheets printed out.
Right.
I just don't like my thing is that we talked about you get a game on the table and you really enjoy it. So you print out two teams, you're on the table, you're having fun with it, and you're like,
Right.
oh, I want to play again. Well, now I have to stop this high I'm
That's
on
not fun.
to print out and
Yeah.
cut whatever I need to do to play
Yeah.
the next set.
It just
That's
took all the
a
wind out of
buzzkill.
your sails.
Yeah, that's a buzzkill. Then you're just like, forget it. I'm just going to put it away.
You know what I want though, boss? I want companies. Now I just went with this. Anthony Crooks had mentioned that they don't have like Clay does. He tells you what kind of perforated paper. I don't care how much the paper costs. I mean, I'm not paying $1,000 for a pack, but within reason, I don't care. I'd love to know the perforations for every print file, like the PDFs. Like if I had to get the one for Hockey Blast, Keith says it's expensive. I have asked for it. I'd rather get it. Now I'm not getting PDFs from Joe Bryant because we've discussed his cards 1,000 times. But I would love to have, like, they told me there was nothing for Glory Days because I would have printed my stuff on perforated paper. He says it's an art, and it is. It's just a little too big for season ticket baseball, so it doesn't fit. If I could get that kind of perforated paper for all the games I play, I'd be thrilled.
Let me see. Yes, I played a ton of Fast Drive Football, the Fast Action cards. It is fantastic. I played.
Yeah. You've been on a roll all week too.
Yeah. Until I got busy here with work. I've already played almost 3 weeks of the 79 season. Almost 3 weeks, and I don't know where I'm going to go next. But that's it's so fun.
To
So
week 4, that's where you go next.
Yeah, it gives you an idea on how to handle the lines. Yeah, that's what. Again, it's your game, your way. Maybe start off the first, second, third period with 1 verse 1, 2 verse 2, and 3 verse 3. Then after that, just mix it up a little bit. There's no right or wrong way, but typically,
think it comes down to knowing the sport too.
yeah, but typically in your average hockey game, you're going to get some different matchups: 1 versus 2, 2 versus 1, 3 versus 4.
Yeah.
You're not going to see 1 versus 4 very often. You're just not. Maybe a 1 versus 3 once in a while. But that's the beauty of it. If you limit your lines, like Joe was saying, line 4, if they start producing, I play them more. Otherwise, they don't. Well, if you know that you have to play them, like in Grant's game, you have to play line 4 like once a segment, I think. When do you put them out? Do you put them out early, get it out of the way, hold your breath, or do you wait till the end and like, oh well, now I got to put out these guys against Mario Lemieux? That's not a good coaching play. Again,
Well, I
it's all
think
up
I've played enough of that game by now, and I don't see many because I look for that. I don't see many fourth lines going up against first lines.
No, yeah.
A lot of three and a lot of third lines, and the hockey purists here could tell you, you guys notice, are a lot of check-in lines. I remember when Anthony Cirelli came into the NHL. The guy was a dog checker. You couldn't keep him off. Doug Jarvis with the Canadians, dog and checker. They played the third lines, and they put him on with Doug Jarvis. Played a lot with Bob Gainey. No, I'm talking about as far as the forwards, but forwards checking, scoring lines. You know what I mean? Yeah, there were guys. That third line was your checking line.
And let's face it, your fourth lines years ago were your tough guys.
But they didn't have a lot.
And they didn't have a lot, but they would put them out there like if something.
Well, you put Cement Head out there with Gretzky and stuff like that.
Right.
But yeah.
Cemenko, right.
Yeah. But
okay. I'm a little late with this, but yes, safe is forecheck 1. 1 on an APA. I'm late, but I'm catching up. Sorry.
I use the home teams because they get last change. So that's usually what I do. With Grant's game, I've allowed it to just take its course, and it works. It works. Right now, our discussion is, and you guys have been in it, with the goalies. But we'll see how that shakes out.
Let's see.
P-Jet was you. She's my star of the night for me personally because he's throwing some APA at me.
And Dave says he's coming. He's just got to grab his ticket. Do it quick. We're up over 40 tickets now out of the 75. So they're slowly being chipped away at.
And we haven't checked this weekend. We haven't got the report.
Month, it goes back to the normal $90 price too.
Yeah, at the end of the year. Yep.
And the other thing is, and we're not piling on that because everybody knows how we feel about Keith, but somebody's looking to go to a convention. Now they're not going to be going to Colorado. I
spoke to him. It's funny you say that, because I chatted with Mike today, and he told me he got a couple of messages like that. You know what? I don't need to make the decision. We're going to come to Digital to Dice because there's going to be no play. So he sold a couple of tickets today like that.
Yeah.
I'm hoping when Keith does it like he used to do, he comes close by again so I could see him.
Yeah.
Alan was asking about Fall Classic Baseball. Yeah, I've never played it. I know there's 100 baseball games, cards and dice that you can play. I have quite a few of them, but that's not one that I've come across yet. I've seen people play it. It's just it's probably very fun. I just haven't played it yet, and it's tough now because I'm so invested in so many other baseball games. And I have so many seasons. It's if I were to find another game, would I want to start piling up seasons for that game? I don't know.
I think I see a little room just above one of those flags you could hang in the doorway.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to find something to find some more seasons. I need to get Dave Little on. We were supposed to do some wrestling. I have the Phil Singer wrestling. He was supposed to walk me through it here, and we never connected.
That's over a year, almost. Well, it's since the convention.
No, it was last fall.
Since the convention.
Yeah, it was last fall that somebody sent me the game, so I said I want to play it. So I played it myself, and it was fun. Right. But Dave's going to walk me through it. But every time we go to play, he's too broken up about the Packers to play. So
not today, I guess. They won, right?
Yeah. And MVP says he thinks he likes Fall Classic over Payoff Pitch.
Oh wow!
That's a pretty bold statement right there. Jerry says, Don says, Jerry, let me know when you're going to be getting your dice tower from Santa. Yep. From the North Pole or Amazon, whatever is quicker.
I would only use one if it was all foam, because I would risk. And my wife supports my hobby big time, Joe. You know that, Dave. You know that.
Both of them do. Right.
But
Same here.
I had a
But if I had to
Ice
wake her up at
Tower?
2 in the morning,
Yeah, I'd be eating it. That would be my dinner. So I don't
you'd be
blame her.
sleeping in my gaming room for a week.
No, that's not a bad.
Yeah.
That's a good reason to get in trouble.
Dawn asks, anyone in the community that does printing, or do you go to the big box stores?
Nah.
I originally, when I got stuff in, I would go to Staples.
Yep.
But this is probably 5 years ago, and I got some pretty good deals. I printed out the shootout fast action cards, and they cut them for me, and it was ridiculously cheap. And then I got all my shootout seasons printed there on real thick paper, so some of my old seasons are really thick. But since I got my laser printer, I print here on 110-pound cardstock, and that's
Yeah,
pretty
That's
good.
what I use.
It's about as thick as you can go in my printer. It's thicker than Strat, and it's not quite as
I got hair thicker than scratch cards.
yeah.
It's funny because when I pulled this out, so it's this. I think it was the 75, 76 I pulled, and the extra cards you got to print. Okay. And I'm together and I go, and I forgot. I'm like, why are these so thin and these are so thick? And then when I saw the car, I says, oh, these are the one I printed.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. They're pretty bad. But
I think there's a 20-pound or something, maybe a little more, because 20 is normal, right? I forget.
It might be a
Wow,
67.
PJ doesn't have a color printer.
might be a 60, yeah. So I used to go to Staples and things like that, but now I try to print them myself. And unless there's something I do need really thick, then I still go up to Staples once in a while and do that. But for the most part, the 110-pound is pretty good.
Yep.
It's a good mix of thickness
Yeah.
and
And
affordability. 'cause-
flexibility, yeah.
Yeah,
at the
and
same
if
time,
you
yeah.
want to go above 110, the prices really go up quite a bit on the cardstock. They really do, because now you're into like genuine cardstock where
Yeah.
you're not. The idea is not you're not going to be printing hundreds of them. You're printing a few.
Yeah.
So that's
My
why.
Epson, this Eco Tank, best print I ever had. Bar
Nice.
none. Bar
Nice.
none. So it doesn't eat up ink.
Duffer Man coming by.
See Duff.
Yeah. That's the other thing. Like LK says, check a local print shop. I got a friend of mine that works at a local print shop, and I ordered Hockey Bones PDF one year because they didn't have it available printed.
Wow.
And I brought it to him and I says, "Can you print this PDF for me?" And he printed it and he cut it, and I think he even rounded the corners. Now it didn't come out as good as Drive-Thru. Okay, because that's where Hockey Bones has the stuff is at Drive-Thru card. So it wasn't quite as good, and it was only one-sided, so you didn't get the logo on the back. But it was a lot less than Drive-Thru.
And they cut it good?
It was okay.
My one experience is like they were chopping things off and this and that. I brought it back. They didn't charge me, but never again.
It was okay. They did for their first time trying this. I imagine if I brought more, that they would do a better job with it. So I only did that one time. I said, just want to see how you do. And my buddy's like, well, we'll do this, we'll do that. And it was fine. And I can use them and they're fine. But yeah, a local print shop might not be a bad idea either, because there'll be, there might be, because Staples now, I remember, what was
they
it?
got crazy.
Where did I go? I went into Staples to pick something up, and just for kicks, I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was payoff pitch or season ticket, but there was like 132 pages. And I says, how much would it cost to print these pages on a cardstock, whatever, 110 or 120? It was like $350.
They got crazy Staples.
I was like, nope. No, I think it was like $3 a page or something like that. I was like,
when I was down in Florida in June, it was over the summer. It was right before I was buying Matchup College football, and ST has the in the file section the instructions. I said, I had it on my phone. I went to Staples. I said, how much to print is? I showed her. She looked, bind it. It was over $50.
Did you tell him who you were?
I told him. I says, I know the mayor, Vinny.
Tell him you play for the Knights.
They said that went to $75 when I told them that.
No, I play for the Knights. I play for the Knights.
Yeah.
Do you know who I am? I'm Roy Hobbs. No.
I don't know. I was looking at some stuff,
Captain Carl is coming. He's got his ticket and his reservation.
I still can't comprehend how people could order Joe Bryan stuff. And, even myself for the data boxing stuff. And I have to assume even their football game, not data boxing, Glory Days boxing, that, You're better off with a PDF and printing yourself and cutting. No,
In some cases you are.
give me
There's-
one.
Does Glory Days sell
The only one
printed
I do
anymore?
is season ticket, but again, they sell PDF. Yeah, that's what I bought.
No,
first.
I'm saying, do
Oh,
they sell
yeah.
printed anymore?
Yeah, that's why I'm gonna get the. I'm
Oh.
putting the PDFs on my computer. I keep them, but it's $160 for the whole bundle, the whole shebang,
Mhm.
minus the 5 expansion sets.
Right,
Think about that. The same quality.
right.
Come on, you can't tell me you're going to get a set of cards for $30 and then buy a PDF. Give me an example where it's better. The only one I will say is I do the season ticket baseball, but that's because I print on the
Right.
perforated paper that Clay tells you to get. Boom, comes out perfect. Zip, zip, zip. It's like Ralph Cramden. Can I core an apple? Zip, zip. There, I am done. Yeah.
Thank
That's
you,
what it's
Mr. Holinsky. I appreciate that.
let's see here.
Tell me, Dave, you were saying though, what's the better, like, when is it worth it?
Oh, he was saying how he was saying how Staples went up.
Yeah, Staples was
They
ridiculous.
went crazy.
So I think you it depends what I'm doing here. I mean, I try to get the printed cards from the manufacturer. I
Mhm.
just think they're the best. You know, the Appas, well, Strat not so much, but at least I'm not not printing them.
The
So that's why I like
cutting,
to start.
yeah,
The cutting is the pain.
the
Yeah,
cutting is time consuming.
Yeah,
And
killer.
my time, listen, it's not like I'm out there. I'm not in the business of making money. My time is, to me, I'm losing that quiet game time that I can have.
Mhm.
And I don't always get that. So I got to sit there. And then I'm so anal. Oh, shoot, I cut that card. Now
Let
the
me
set
print
don't
this one
feel
out
right.
again.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like I got to rub it on like an emery board and sand them down. I want them all the same size. So when I hold them, they're not sliding. I can't.
If I have to, I have to. But a lot of times I don't. I don't
Well,
like
listen, you get like the play
Perforated
sale.
paper is the
Okay,
best.
you got PDFs. They're offering you 10 PDFs for $7. How can you not?
Or
buy
the
them?
other one, you know, when they got the freebies there, and you get the
Right, the
WHA
freebies.
set for free.
Yeah.
The one thing I do like about PDFs is I don't print them out much anymore, but when I do, I'll bring them in to a PDF program and I'll drop the logos on them or something like that.
Okay.
Right.
You know, I
I
do that
like having it because of one of the positive things about that, taking away the time consuming and stuff, is if say you ruin a card or over time the cards wear down, you have it again.
Yes.
Yeah.
Where
I
with a
get
printed
that.
you
It's
don't.
good as a backup, but
So what I started to do, I used to getting back to what we said earlier. I used to get it in print. Same like you and Vinny said. Yeah, I get anal. I got to. Now what I do, like with the play, I printed a couple. But what I do is I have a thumb drive. Soon as I put it on my computer, I put it on that thumb drive. Because somebody in this chat room, and I won't mention who, he didn't do that, and he lost all his PDFs.
yeah, and if the company's not around no more,
Right.
yeah.
And I think he found, he recovered it, but still.
The one thing I had fun with, because I bought it, because I love History Highlight Maker Hoops Prime Time, was I bought the 84, 85 season. And Joe knows. And I spent a little while, Joe, I guess,
Yeah, he's
coloring
like,
it up.
no, but what'd you say to me when you first bought it?
Oh, that was sick. So listen, the season but I asked Keith, is the printed season black and white also? He said yes. I said, freak it, I'm going to give it to somebody when I see them. And I colored in the PDF. I made it all nice and colored. I put the team colors. I looked up all the RGB and everything. And yeah,
I did that
nice.
with Payoff Pitch 79. I did the whole thing really nice and added color and logos. And I did that, like I said, when second season and a few other games like that. For the team card, I'll drop the logo in.
I did that. I did that with couple years back with the extra player cards that you download from Strat, and I colored them in like to the team colors, some of them, just to have fun.
Yeah, no, I like doing it. They came out really nice. You guys saw them because you were saying I could
saw
put
them.
logos
They did come
on
out
them.
very nice.
But
Yeah.
I didn't know the printed version was, and I don't feel like I wasted the money because somebody I like will end up with them. Maybe somebody I don't like and we'll become friends. I don't know.
Bill asked, has anybody done the Inside the Pitch advanced game? I have not. I've heard that they made the running a little bit easier or better or made more sense. That's the only thing I've heard. But I have not played. I have Inside Pitch on the computer. I played a little bit. I get real confused with the running, like a lot of people. So that's why I kind of stopped, and I went to Payoff Pitch. But I was interested in checking out the advanced game if some of the things were a little bit easier to follow, because I just had a hard time with
The only
it.
one of Chris's games I've played is Inside the Crease, and it's a great game.
I like it. Yeah.
It's a great
Yeah.
game.
Yeah.
Ray,
Barbara says PDFs go right
Yeah.
on the thumb drive.
Ray, you know, Ray, if that's the case, if you lost,
What
some
did
of
he
your
lose?
stuff, like if I know you have a lot of shootout, I'm
He lost
sure
his-
if you
he
send
lost
him an
his
email,
mind. That's what he lost.
no, if he sends John an email, John looks and say, yeah, he bought the 66,
Turnbull?
67 set.
John Turnbull?
No, John K.
No.
Shootout.
With shootout,
Oh,
he'll
he
send it to
would
you
too.
again. Keith
Yes,
has done it. He
yes.
did it with me. I was in Florida and I wanted one of the seasons.
Well,
John Tur-
most people will, but not
Yeah.
all. Not all. We know the ones.
Strat
that won't.
might.
I'm not going to mention names, but we know some that won't.
I will. Strat might.
No, it's in your strat. In fairness, no, I got to stick up for them. It's
Yeah.
in your account.
Oh no, yeah, I'm not
Anything
talking
you
strat.
buy PDF stays in your account
Yep.
forever.
Yep, you have it.
Oh,
Yep.
that was only the extra players, right? PDF.
No, because they
16
had some where you bought 6 teams and then the rest of the teams came in PDF. They're still sitting there.
Okay.
Yeah, your account. Yeah.
I'm not picking on them too much.
Jeff says
Listen,
team
I almost
sheets,
put in a big order before and then I X'd it out.
team sheets work out for PDFs, and individual
Yes.
cards seems way too expensive. Might as well purchase company printed cards. Yeah, Jeff, that's what it comes down to when you really
Yeah.
think about, as expensive as buying a card-based game, individual cards from a company. What matter? Pick your company, and they're all different prices. It's more expensive that way. You're exactly right.
Yeah.
But at what expense going the other way? Are you going to go and spend, $30 or $40 on cardstock or perforated paper? Then you're going to
Right.
spend another $20 or $30 on ink, and then spend, maybe 15 or 20 hours cutting. At
Got to
that
do the math.
at that point there, it's like, holy cow, look at how much time and money I've already spent on this. So if you figure it's going to cost you, what'd you say, 40 or $50 in paper and ink.
You might as well buy the printed.
So now you got your $50 into it. Let's just say even Appa, the set's $90. For another $40, do you want to save yourself 10 or 15 hours?
Yeah.
I mean,
A
that's
lot,
what.
yeah.
Now again, if you have the time and don't have the money, that's the way to go. Yes, you can
Of course.
buy seasons of Payoff Pitch for $9. But for crying out loud, for 40, you can get the whole
Well,
set.
or,
and
or,
cost-
or it also depends. Listen, I'm not buying a 2025 baseball season and printing it out anymore.
Right.
I don't care
Unless
how cheap
yeah.
the
Your
PDF is,
Micah,
because
if
you
your
get
Micah-
6,000 pitches, and where I'll buy, like we'll take season ticket baseball. You go back to a 1955 season. There's only 16 teams. So the printing is not.
Yeah.
You weigh it. Yeah, I might save a lot. I might save some money just printing it out versus buying the printed set. But it all depends on the season too, I think.
If I had a few Oompa Loompas down, in the basement to cut them out for me, like I said, it's not the pricing. I mean, it's
No,
not
right,
the printing.
right.
It's the cutting.
Yeah.
Not
I have
everybody's
41
Micah,
season,
and
that's
he
what
can
I'm
bring
doing.
them
I'm
into
printing them
school
as
and
I
have
need
the
them.
kids cut them.
Yeah. So there's different views on printing versus PDF. Like I say, if I can swing it, if I work some extra shifts at the rink or something like that, I love, getting the shipment in. That's the one thing you don't get with a PDF is you get that shipment of cards and you're like, put the box
That
on the
is
table.
fun.
It's like, oh
It's
man,
always fun.
that is half the fun is just the unboxing and seeing the cards from the company.
Yep. I got Lacrosse Blast coming tomorrow.
Yeah.
Express
I'm
and
still
the
waiting
full
for it.
version. I know.
I probably fell into because he talked about it, Keith,
I
the
must have
outside
just
wrapper.
missed that window. The sleeve.
It's amazing.
I
I
must
am
have, 'cause
worried.
we were
It's coming from
talking.
Keith. I am
We were
worried.
talking when I put the.
We
he
both
goes, "Oh, I
ordered it
just-"
minutes apart.
Yeah.
And I just probably fell into that
Well, you said it was in
category
your
where
car.
there was no more outside sleeves because he said he ran out of
Yeah.
the outside
Yeah.
sleeves.
Yeah.
And Mr. Gus comes by. Good to see you, Mr. Gus.
Can I,
My man. There he
I know
is.
you're in the chat, Dave. The one right above it, Ikey 8181.
Yeah.
Okay, I have a question about this, and I seen this posted, and I'm not questioning anybody the way they play. I'm the biggest advocate, your game, you play it the way you enjoy it. But I see about this auto manager, and I can't wrap my head around. See, when I play, I want to make the decisions. I want to say, do I bring the infield in? There's a guy on third. It's a 1-0 game. And I see a lot of people use the auto manager, and I just can't wrap my head around that.
You know, I
Is
think
that
they-
where it falls into, and Dave will say, is do you like to watch the game unfold? So
Okay.
many gamers like to do that, right,
Okay.
Dave? I mean, there's games we do like to
Yeah.
do.
Well, yeah, we do that with kind of a matchup college football.
I think what the auto manager is, at least a season ticket, I'm guessing here,
And I might not know enough about it. That's
is
why I'm
that
asking.
so when you're playing head to head, you're making decisions for one team and the other team is making adjustments against you. When you play on the computer, and you're playing one team, you're playing against the computer.
Right.
When you're playing alone by yourself, some people don't like to play against themselves because, like, okay, I'm going to bunt. Well,
See, I like that.
now
but-
I'm going to bring the infield in because I already know my other self is bunting. So it's hard to play against yourself. I mean, there's the honor system and the whole bit, but I think what the auto manager does is it takes that playing against yourself out of it. So you go to the auto manager, you roll the dice. Like, what would the team do? Let's roll the dice. This is what they're going to do.
And
I
Clay,
get
Clay
that.
actually
I think that's
responded.
quite clever. Myself,
Clay actually
I like the same
responded
thing.
to one of those posts today, and he said himself he uses the auto manager. He
Yeah,
goes, at
the
times,
one-
I don't want to have to worry about bringing the infield in, so I use the auto
right.
manager.
I
But
always
I,
went with
but
what's best.
I didn't understand it. I wasn't questioning it. I
Yeah,
want to
no.
understand it, and I get that. Me, I like to. I'll
Me too.
manage both teams
Me too, as if
I'm managing that team, and then I'm managing
Exactly.
that team.
And I see guys that, if I can't coach against my own team. Listen, there's no bigger Montreal Canadiens fan in this world than me. But I ain't gonna feel bad if they lose on my tabletop. Now, don't watch me lose on the TV.
Hey, I'm in the HHL league. I'm rolling a game, okay? And I'm the home team, so I'm rolling my home games.
Yeah,
And I'm playing, you know what? The end of the period, the visiting team, I put his best line out there. I'm not going to cheat because
Yeah.
if I was coaching that team, the best line's
Yeah.
going out
but
if
you
I'm down a
wouldn't,
goal.
you wouldn't do it with your favorite Rangers teams or Mets teams
No,
either.
no.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know. It's just, and I hate when my team, I don't want them to lose, but I'm not coaching for that not to happen.
Yeah,
I'm
I mean,
just
but if
coaching the
you-
best way to beat them.
if
I
you
still
win
hate
every-
when the 83-84 Islanders beat my 83-84 Rangers. But they beat them. I coach the Islanders like I'm coaching them.
Right. What were you going to say, Dave?
I'm just saying, sometimes I enjoy coaching both, but when it comes down to your favorite team, I don't want my favorite team to win every game.
No, that's true too.
I mean, I'm playing the Buccaneers in '79 in fast drive football. They're 2-0. I'm holding my breath as they come back and won the last game. I'm pretty happy about that. I think they actually won the other one too. I think if I look at my sheets here, I think they're 3-0, which is where they started the season. Yes, they beat Green Bay, so they're 3-0 to start the season.
Right.
I think that's pretty darn cool.
Right.
However, if they go 14-0, I don't want to coach them to that. I want to
Right.
see how. I want to see, like Joey says, I want to coach the other team. I want to
I
see
would
how
have
they
to
do.
question the engine if they went 14-0.
hmm
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
how are they going to do? If they
Right.
play this team, what's going to happen here. And
That's
that's
what
half
it's
the
about.
fun is seeing the results, but
That's what
keeping
it's
it on the
about.
level. You want
Right.
to keep it on the level and see the results.
And you know what's fun? You just made me think of something. So I've been playing Lacrosse Blast Express. I don't know lacrosse players. Okay,
Right.
I'm not I'll watch the game, but not like I know hockey players. And I find when you play, when you don't know the players and the teams, there's no team you have a rooting interest for.
Mm.
Those results really come out so close because you're just really playing. You're not you're being bipartisan. You know what I'm saying? You're not being
I don't know.
partisan.
It's every game I play. Any
Yeah.
teams I play, it's always bipartisan. For me, it's just I'm going to do for Team A
Right.
the same way I'm going to do for Team
I'm the
B.
same way.
Because for me, the goal is let's see how this season shakes out. Let's see how so-and-so gets closer to his stats. He might not. It's a one-off replay, especially in baseball. Things can change. Dice fall the wrong way or the right way, depending on what side of the fence you're on. But there's no way that I'm going to, if my Canadians start off and they're a really good team and they start off with a 8-game losing streak, am I going to say, oh, I'm done. I can't do this.
hmm
I've seen guys say that, and I was like, you're taking the fun out of it.
No,
You
right.
might be
I agree with
taking the
you.
magic out of them coming back and watching an epic comeback.
Right.
You never know.
Ra-
Commit to
Raymond,
the season, play it.
Raymond, my Brooklyn Blades were doing well, but some guy, I think he cheated. I'm sorry, some guy might have cheated in my one loss.
Well, it's not like anybody scored 10 goals in that.
Scored 10 goals. Well, that was against Ryan. He did that against the commissioner. He cheated
Wow.
against the commissioner. We're kidding
Oh,
with
he
you,
just
Ray.
mentioned the 35 game. Yeah, that would be one of the most improbable feats to do in a game.
Yeah.
On tabletop, 35 game unbeaten streak. And yes,
Ice-
Glory Days boxing is a great
Ice-T
game.
comes by.
I
Yeah.
tried the 72 Dolphins on 2 different game engines.
Mhm.
One game, the 3rd game in, I lost, and one, I think, the 6th game in, I lost.
Because it's such a small
Yeah.
sample size, even in real life.
Right.
Football games, especially, anything changes. You get the Dolphins go down a little bit, you might have to throw the ball a little more.
Mm-hmm.
You got, okay, the chances of them turning the ball over on the ground is very low, but it can happen. So football it dictates so much the circumstances that go into during a game playing.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? The dynamics change.
Yes.
So much.
Jeff says, let's say I didn't read this yet. Love replay baseball for the fact is the third base coach you roll against,
Wow.
as well as built-in stealing. My bias
That's right.
kick in. Yeah.
That's an outstanding system that Pete developed. there.
Wow.
Yep.
Third
Yeah.
base coach.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Oh yeah, no, it's great,
I never played it.
and I use it despite liking to make certain decisions. I use it.
I like I said, since I started playing APA Master Baseball, there's a lot of decisions you make on both
Mhm.
teams. And it gets a little crazy when you get a couple runners on and you hit and you're trying to advance one runner. And then it's like, okay, am I going to try to throw for him? And if you do throw for him, then the back runner can try to advance too.
And
Well,
that's the way it should be.
Yeah. And now do I want to cut that off?
Cut
Yeah.
off.
And then now I'll peg this runner and sacrifice the run. So that gets kind of crazy with the APA Master, but I just play it straight up. I do. I just look at that and say, look, if I'm going to try to throw this guy here, I'll try to throw him out. Am I going to cut him off? Then and I try to play it fair for both teams.
Right.
Strat Super Advanced does that too.
Yeah.
Where you can, if you let's say I'm playing against you and I got a guy on second and single gets hit, Joe, you're going to try and score him. Field his arm against the running. Now you know what you could call. I'm hitting the cutoff. Let the run score.
And Don says he got the 5 dice football this week. Is that the Nick Torrey game?
No, it's Keith Elias.
Keith Elias
He's got
is-
wrestling.
okay.
He's got
Yeah, he's
five,
got boxing.
five
That's
guys.
right.
Yeah.
That was Keith. Yeah.
Yeah.
Keith or
I don't know if
Kevin?
you pronounce
Keith
it
or
Elias.
Kevin?
No, it's Keith.
Keith Elias or Elias. I'm not sure.
Probably
I said-
Elias. Okay. I knew it was one of those guys because they
Well-
both have some games out.
Yeah,
that I
no, he
wanted to
has
check
that.
out.
Those are his games. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds like it's fun. As Christopher comes by, hello,
Mr.
Christopher.
Hoffman.
Yeah, nice to see you here. What the heck was I going to say about something or other there? Raymond, if you're still here, Raymond, would you be interested in? I'm kind of kicking around doing that shootout 69-70 season and inputting the stats into Action PC, and I was kind of kicking that around. If you'd want to jump in and do a game now and then. Again, it would be
You think Ray's going to say no to shootout?
well. It's something that I don't know how much I could keep up. That's why I wouldn't want to open it up to a lot of people. But
Right,
if like one other guy or two other guys wanted to send me a game every couple of days, I'm getting pretty good at putting in the stats, and just like to see how shootouts, because I've never really tested shootout. I did play the 73-74 Seals. I did play an entire season, just keeping the final score. And the goalie wins losses. But I think it'd be kind of fun to kind of test it out.
I'm sorry, you were right. It's Kevin Elias.
Was it Kevin? Okay.
Kev, don't hate me. My brains are like
That's all right. I
scrambled.
know
We
it-
said Keith. Yeah, Kevin.
Yeah, I said
I'm
yeah.
sorry. Yeah,
You know what, Dave? I agree with you, and I had this conversation with Joe. I did the Super Mario project, and it was only going to be like 6 of us. I opened it up, and I find myself, and if you're in the chat and you're in it or whatever, that I'm going. At least you give me a heads up, that I'm going to be chasing people down to get games played, or if you're only in it to watch and look, do it. But don't, you don't need to be,
Oh, my only beef
if you're not going to be
in
in
any
it and
co-op, my
play.
only beef is if you pick a game, right, the commissioner shouldn't have to chase somebody down.
Right.
Well, you got to
Pick
keep
the
it in mind.
game. And if you have a problem, hey, Vinny, you picked the game. Joe, listen, life got in the way. Life gets in the way for all of us. Can you play my game for me this week? Sure, no problem. We're
Yeah.
all friends. We're all going to do that with each
Yeah.
other. But nobody should have to chase anybody.
I think just anything you do, projects, keep them
Mhm.
small. There were a lot of guys I was going to ask, and I'm like, I'm just going to keep it small. And it's working fine. I mean,
Mhm.
Yeah.
we're ready to go almost to the halfway of the season.
Well,
Yeah, we're gonna be
keep
done.
in mind with I'm not an expert with the co-op product, but I've done enough group products to know that you're going to get some people that play real fast and want to play 10 games a day, and one guy that's going to grab one game a month and won't get to it. And everyone's going to be waiting on him. And it just happens because, stuff gets in the way. That's why I try to grab one game at a time. I think I grabbed 2 for the baseball product because I grabbed like teams that were playing back to back. So I printed out season ticket 84, a couple of teams. I says, well, let me play 2 while I'm printing them out and play it. And I got them done in a couple of days because I don't like to hang on to it. So that's why I haven't done much with that because I knew I was out straight with this week here. So that's why I was like, yeah, don't just you guys go ahead without me for a bit until
Right. It happened to me in the 84 co-op because I always would try to pick a series. Let's say the Mets Atlanta series, and I did that. It was a couple of weeks ago, and I did that, and I couldn't get to my other 2 games. And I reached out to one of the guys I know who's a huge Mets fan. He's like, yeah, I'd love to play the games, and I didn't hold up the co-op.
Yeah.
And that's all I ask people to
Yeah.
do. If you pick a game and
Who's
you
do-
can't
who's doing the
just
81
communicate, don't let it sit there.
Who's doing the 81, 82?
Andrew
So that's Andrew Sexton, and I'm kind of helping him in that too.
Okay. Now that's the one we just post a score sheet in the group, right?
Yeah, you could post it or send it to Andrew, right?
Okay,
And then he
okay,
does
yeah.
all the stats.
Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah,
the
'cause
Tim T. I just want to answer. Yes, exactly how it works. And then you have a central area. We use a spreadsheet, and the guys punch in.
Yeah,
but we're only
Google-
doing
you have a
Mario
Google sheet,
Lemieux
right.
stats. Right. I use it. Wow, I didn't know the ringer was on.
Yeah, Andrew does it. Andrew does such a great job. Andrew Sexton
Yeah.
with all the co-ops.
But I've been running leagues for as long as I can remember. And it always became a little heated when guys weren't doing what they had to do by the time I put out there. Because one, you're showing no respect for my time or the people that are in the league. I'd rather you leave. And I've thrown guys out of leagues like I'm not proud
Well,
of
now
it.
you're talking leagues. Yeah.
Yeah.
Co-op,
Co-ops
and
is
that's
different.
the
It's an
fun. The good
open
thing
thing.
about a co-op
Yeah.
is you can jump in from
it's
time
supposed
to
to be
time.
fun, but you got to keep
But
in
a
mind.
league, you can't do that.
Yeah,
No.
You're
people
committed.
play.
You got to be committed
Yeah.
in the league.
Yeah.
I was telling Barbara about it. I said she should get involved in the 93, 94. She's
I
like,
told her the same thing.
what do I do? I says, well, what you would do would you would. I said, well, shootout because that's the game you're gonna have. I says, play a game of shootout, and just have a score sheet and
Right.
take a picture of the score sheet. It's got to be nice and clear so we can see what the stats are.
Barbara,
Now,
the way
what
you're
are they-
replaying the 86 Mets, it's no different.
Yeah.
Andrew was
play
good
a
like
game,
that,
do the
Dave.
score sheet, and then you just
What are they
post it
doing
or
with
turn it into
81,
the
80
commissioner.
with 81, 82? What are they doing for stats? Is it just goals, assists, or goal assists, penalties, or
Goals, he don't do penalties. He does goals and assist points. He doesn't do penalties.
and probably goalie stats? I
And he
would
does
imagine.
goalie stats, yes.
That's the other thing. You
Okay.
can't be putting down, you don't want to know the guy's, size of his skates.
Right, plus
Because it's
minus
just-
and stuff.
Some guys aren't into that. You got to find that happy medium of,
Yeah.
of where guys are comfortable. Or girls.
And
Bob,
Andrew
I'm
does a
sorry.
great job. He
So-
does.
Yeah. So I sent Barbara a score sheet so she could just kind of just go
Mhm.
on that, and that's the same one I'm going to use too, and just so yeah, because I was telling her about the penalties and shootout are kind of funky, and I'll explain that. But it says honestly, if we're not keeping penalties, you don't even need to worry about it.
I have to worry about it.
Yeah, the only thing you're going to worry about is the power play or the shorthanded
Itself,
situation.
right.
But
right.
aside
No-
from that, the penalties won't matter.
You know what I like too, like with some of the co-ops, and we've discussed it how it gets you to use teams you probably never use. But I'm starting to enjoy using different game engines. So if I got like the
Yes.
I got
yeah.
the 81, 82 in Strat, and I have it in 49 QuickX, and I have it in Hockey Blast. I might do one game in this one. It's fun. It's fun like that.
And John comes by. Good to see John.
Yeah, the other thing with
Hey, John.
leagues, when cards and dice, and PJet wrote, he said he had a blast with it. I couldn't stand on like you have to. I'm sending you my instructions, Dave, because now you might as well be playing against yourself. And then, especially when it was baseball, you had to follow every little thing,
Oh,
Yeah, we're
yeah.
every
doing
little
that.
thing.
That's how we're doing the HHL.
I'm not playing the game. It's like you're putting together a puzzle.
Yeah.
It's become, I'm not going to worry about, this, you got to worry. Or in hockey, it was like penetrate with this guy if the score is 3-1.
Yeah.
I gave up. I
Yeah.
gave up. I was in it
That's
years
No,
why.
we're
ago.
not that deep in the
See,
HHL, but there are some, instructions.
this is why I play alone, or two, I get into co-op only
Co-ops,
projects
right?
because I can play my pace, my way, and I can just
Yes,
be
yes,
be
yes.
alone. Or if I want to contribute, I can play my game and contribute, but I don't have to worry about anybody else playing against me. It just, here's my results. Let me contribute,
Right.
and I really enjoy that. I really do, and that's why I'm involved in a few of them. And every now and then I pull out 84. And I'm like, Kev, I'm going to play some 84, and I play a couple of games, whatever. Whatever. I think I played Strat, Payoff Pitch, APA, and Season Ticket. So I played those 4 or 5 games in that co-op. I need to get Pocket Penryn out and play in Pocket Penryn. That would be.
I'll make you laugh. So I'm in Paul Fay's doing a league, and we're playing the 1975 season. And you pick a whole team. Like I got the Dodgers; they're my team. We didn't draft. So he's very well organized. The way he's pre-doing everything. So he said, "I want the instructions. We're not starting until January, but I want instructions." So I just wrote, "Listen, all I expect from you, if you're playing rolling for me as the home team, is that you manage my team like it'd be your own team."
Yeah.
Paul writes back to me. He goes, we're just playing." That's it. That's all I want, because I'm not going to give you 6,000 instructions because it's no fun no more. It's no fun.
All right. Start this pitcher. Here's my lineup.
Yeah, that's it. The basics, and make a decision in the 9th inning. And
nice. David says, Cowboys just won his 72 Fast Drive Football Super Bowl.
Wow.
Nice. Now, Dave, did you play the whole season or the playoffs, or just play the Super Bowl? How did that work out for you when you played the Fast Drive Football
I
there?
think he played the whole season.
I think he might. I'm
he was
addicted to that
hosting it.
game. I try to chip late at night. That's my make a decaf coffee late at night and play a couple of games. Just I turn the lights on down low. I put on some sexy music. I wear something nice.
All right. All right. Time to go.
I'm looking
now I'm going to roll a game after this, and I got this image in my head, and I'm not going to be able to
Put on
concentrate.
some Old Spice or Aqua Velva or something, something old. And
Corey, I saw his post about guys not showing up in online leagues. I run 2 online Strat Football League, retro leagues, and it doesn't happen often. It could be an emergency, yeah. The guys are pretty respectful like that. But in cases where, like, I just threw a guy out about a month ago, I sleep better. Because from the beginning, he did whatever he wanted to do. He would come show up he would, "Oh, Dave, can we play tonight?" The minute before the deadline. He wouldn't contact anybody all week. I don't have the patience for it. And I tell guys going in, I'm a stickler to the point where I could be a pain in the neck. But it's going to be a fun league. And if you're not going to do it, do it. Guys don't show up on time. There's the door. That's it, because it ruins it. It's not right. It's not right. Like,
if you don't communicate, it should be an automatic forfeit. That's how. If you don't communicate,
you can't do that in the computer game.
No, I know, I know, but in general, I'm just saying, like in some.
And then
leagues,
you have no stats. You have, you know what I mean. But
we played the whole season, 190 games.
I read a lot
Dave,
of it.
6 months.
Dave did. Yes,
that's fantastic, Dave.
That's a good pace, right?
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to think. 189 games. Do the math.
David Kostanski's got to be one of the most disciplined guys in gaming that I see.
He sticks to his stuff.
He sticks to it. If he's doing the 1972 season, and he posts in the cards and that, boom, boom,
as
boom,
opposed
boom,
to
he sticks to it.
What's his name? Vinny Mancini. He's where projects go to die.
So if I have if I'm playing my 79 season, so I get 14 weeks. And I got 14 games? I think there was 14 teams. So 14 games. So that's 196.
14 teams.
So then you have 7 games.
14 games.
So that's 28 teams.
Yeah, but
14
14 games.
Gotcha.
Right.
2018.
14 games
14 games a week.
times
Right.
14 weeks. Or is it 60? Were they playing 16? No, they were 14.
No, I think there
14.
were 14 back then.
So
14
it's 100,
games for 14 weeks.
so I got 196 games before the playoffs.
Right.
Okay, if I were to play 3 a day, which is a lot, that's 65 days. That's 2 months it's going to take me to play just the regular season at 3 games a day, just to give you an idea.
Is that a fair, even amount for you to play?
3 games a day is an
Easy.
Well, there's times I
Easy.
played 3 or 4, and there's times I played 1 or 2, and there's times, like I
fast
said,
drive.
but I haven't
That's
played in a week.
reasonable average.
I haven't played in a week, But I
Right.
will say it is on the table over here, right next to my 76 payoff pitch product. So now I can grab either one of those at any time and play those. So it is on the table.
Right.
So
See what
that
Abbott Chatter just said? I'm listening to you. Get
no, hang on. I want to get back to what Don said. And Cards and Dice with Don. This is really nice. Tell you guys
Yeah,
what
that was very nice. I saw that.
finding this community has been a game changer for me. I am really enjoying learning about all the games that I never knew existed and meeting people of the community. And
that's awesome.
I
And
hope
that's
you,
what
I
it
hope you make D to D, Don. I'd really like to meet you.
yeah, it's a fun time because these games are supposed to be fun. And I was
Goes so fast.
I was actually talking to Barbara today. My new thing now is I talk to Barbara when I'm driving up to the rink, on the way home or whatever. And I was talking to her, and she's going through a real bad time right now at her house, just with house problems. And she's just like, I'm sitting down, I'm trying to roll my payoff pitch game, and it's bugging me. And says, no, let all the problems go and roll your dice and enjoy the game. And I
Not
says,
always easy.
it says it's way different than video games. Video games, you're grabbing the controller and
Oh,
you're
yeah.
dying, and but it says when these games here, when I switched over from video games to tabletop gaming, it's just no matter how bad of a day I have, I come down here and I play a game and I put Bobby Orr on the channel, or I put, Fred Lynn or whatever it is. And it's just and win or lose, it doesn't matter who wins or lose. It's just a
No.
good time playing part of the
No.
games, and it's so relaxing. And I was just telling her about that. I says, you really need to go make that your happy space here. And
Yeah.
so just
She loves
piggyback on
gaming. Why not?
what Dawn says. Yeah, just these games are just they're meant to be fun. They're meant to be relaxing, and we talk about them, and that's what we do here on the channel and on the show and on our
Yeah.
live chats. We talk about the things that really make us happy.
And the three of us talk about it offline because we don't want to go sideways with anything. It's easy enough. Everything out the side of a hobby, and some of our jobs are fun. I don't work no more, but some of our jobs are fun. Mine never was. I hated it, but I know guys that enjoy it. Look, Dave's got a nice job, as much as a hassle sometimes.
Some of my job is really fun, and some of my job is
Right.
really yucky. And
But
to come home, looking forward to coming home tonight.
Yes.
Or even last night, I come home exhausted after, a long 12-hour day, knowing I had to work again today. And I still stayed up till about midnight or so, tinkering with Action PC Hockey, trying to get those stats entered because I was so close. I really was. I was like, had the big chalkboard, and I'm figuring out how to do it all and how to input the stats and what's going to work. And it took me a while to figure out that if you don't give everybody 1 minute time on ice, then they don't get credit for anything. You have to give everybody. Yeah, when you go into enter the manual stats, you have to get anybody that does anything. You need to give them 1 minute. If you don't give them 1 minute, then it's not they don't get any stats for the game. And it took me a few times to troubleshoot that. So that's what I was doing last night, and I was like, "Oh man, I think I got it." And so this morning I did the video, and I was pretty close in the video. So, but yeah, I look forward to coming home and doing that. And then I pulled out Shootout, and I played a game of Shootout today. I was like, "Oh man, I love Shootout." The simplicity of it is just so fun. And I can do a game in 10 minutes,
That's my
and
thing
still
with
enjoy
highlights.
it and still enjoy it. Now it's not as deep as the other games, because it's a shorter game, but it's still
That's
fun,
my obsession with highlights hockey because if it's like a quick play game, that's not a quick play. It doesn't take long, and it covers so much. I don't know. I could
It's
sit
very
all day and
similar.
talk about it.
It is similar to Shootout because you're stopping every few minutes to see what happens.
hmm
And and then you're checking the qualities of the players to see what happens. But Shootout is just kind of who's going to take the shot and where. But with Highlight, it's like, okay, is this guy good enough to take the shot? Is he going to roll within his range? That's what makes Highlight. That's what makes Highlight great. Is you're still rolling the dice against the player and against the goalie to see if that's going to be a goal. That's what makes that game work. And then you get the rebounds. And it's so good. That is so good. I need to play
back
more.
to Don's point, and we've shared this. I know I've shared it plenty. I've shared it offline with friends that don't even play, like what this hobby means to me. It was just it's become a huge, not become, it's always been a huge part of my life, a huge part of my life. And now with the internet, that I take it for what it is, the friends we've made, the convention was just the start. Then we went to the Canton convention, and
Mm,
it's a great community. Like I said,
really
some
is.
of the fun times we're just sitting at the table eating with guys. There's guys that are in the chat. They'll tell you we had a
Yeah,
blast.
I
A
gotta get back
blast.
to Canton next year. I gotta figure out how that's gonna happen. If Mike can't drive, maybe I can kind of meet you guys somewhere along the way, and we can
We'll do
continue
that.
the rest of the way if you guys go, because there's no Play.con next year,
I'm
you know.
going.
Oh no, we're going.
We're
Oh, to
going.
Canton? Okay.
Yeah, we'll leave right now. You want to meet us?
Just start walking, yeah. Have you ever done that, by the way? Every now and then I get on my phone and I'm like, I put like a, how do
Oh, you put a thing in the walking comes up.
what? Yeah, well, it does. You put in, okay, here I am. Where am I going to go? I'm going to go to
6 years,
Canton.
4 days.
Yeah, it'll tell you like the driving. It'll tell you the bus if you got to take
Yeah,
a bus. And
yeah.
sometimes just going across towns like 16 hours on a bus because of the route you got to take. And then it does give you the walking directions. It's gonna be like 1,700 days.
We just had a conversation about that because Friday night in the Bible study, my friend who teaches at his house was talking about how it took. I'm not going to go off on this. I'm sorry for my faith, but no, I'm not sorry for my faith. Sorry for getting into it, but it was very interesting. And they were talking about how Jesus and the disciples walked
They
from
walked everywhere.
Samaria to Cana. It was 22 miles. It took 7 hours. Now, Joe, you know exactly what I'm talking about. When I used to cut out of high school to get away from the deans, and you don't want to be, we used to walk from FDR, which was, and I'm going to find out how far it is, from 60th Street and 20th Avenue out to the Kings Plaza Mall. Then we'd hang out a bit and start back home. I didn't get home until like 6 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
So I don't know how many miles that was, but also they weren't walking in sneakers when
Yeah.
you
No, right.
run miles.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, so it's in perspective.
It
Like,
takes me, when I used to walk the dog, it would take me a half hour to go a mile. That's how long it would take me. We were stopping along the way in a whole bit. And when I walk, I think it's 15 to 20 minutes for a mile at a walking pace. Yes, the Jovan Musk.
wild.
Maybe I'll put on that. And I'm going to put on some Barry White. Yeah. Now I'm going to roll some dice. Like, how.
Barbara knows. But yeah, Bob's, I used to make that hike, me and 2 or 3 of our friends. And yeah, all the way to the Kings Plaza from FDR High School. And then an extra 20 blocks on the way home from the high school. It was, I look at it like now, I'm going to look at the mileage. I got to find a way to see how far FDR is to Kings Plaza Mall.
Yeah.
Because the blocks
And you
haven't
can do
shrunk.
the walking. You can, like Dave says. So if you put the address to the address,
Mhm.
Right,
and
right.
then you can hit walking, and it'll tell you how many miles.
Yeah,
I don't- Go ahead.
Sean's going to play some action PC. He's got 11,000 games he wants to play.
I don't. Not to change the subject, but did anyone happen to see the video I posted in my Cards and Dice group about Mark Wasserman going to elderly home and showing them how to play Stratomatic baseball?
I
I
saw
didn't get
some
to
about
watch
that,
it, but
yeah.
yeah.
Oh my
seen that.
goodness. And there's this one woman in there, and she said, "Oh yeah, I get it. You got to match this number." And they had a blast. I actually spoke to him tonight because I messaged him. I was like, "I think this is fantastic."
I think
Turns
they would
out he
love
doesn't live far.
chopsticks.
He lives in New Jersey, and we spoke, and he, believe it or not, Stratomatic is actually backing him up with this. They love it, and he's looking to expand into other boroughs and stuff. But you got to watch this video. It's fantastic. It's real. The lady's the best. This lady there.
Strats know they're on a fixed income, most of them, though, right?
No, it's so funny. So I said that to him, and you know what he said? They're donating like express games and stuff if they
Oh,
like
nice.
the game for him to bring it.
Wow.
Nice.
But the video's great. You got to watch it. As a gamer, you'll love it.
So it's not like Landman when they go to the.
No, they're not
Okay.
bringing lawyers. I got to watch the episode tonight. Speaking of that,
When his wife and daughter go into the homes.
oh my god.
That's what I was referring to. Yeah.
Uh,
Some things I shouldn't be watching.
John, actually, the way that when the glass broke in between games, it was about a half hour, 40 minutes for them to fix the glass. But how it worked out is the games were 1, 4, and 7. And so the first game got done at 3 3:15. They're like 2-hour, 50-minute games. So there was 45 minutes between the next game. That's when the glass broke. So the second game started at 4:30, got done 6:30-ish, and then the other teams kind of went right out on the ice for 7:00. There's a quick Zamboni. So because there was so much time in between the games, we made it up and we started that last game right on time. So I was not late like I thought I was going to be, because they actually picked up, because I think they were there too, and they're like, look, we can't be doing Zambonis, full warm-up Zambonis. So it's like they cut out a couple things, and that shaved off some time. So I was able to get home on time. And then
John Heckel's been a big help to me for play at the races.
Oh,
nice.
Yeah, it's a fun game.
Yeah, he's to all of us. But it's such a game. Such a game.
John Wise too. He was very helpful.
Nice. And I missed it this year. I think things kind of happened. I couldn't go.
Yeah, we had a good. That's where I met Corey. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was trying to remember today who I gave the matchup college football mat to. And
it was somebody from Canton, right?
I don't know if it was in Canton. Was it in Canton?
I don't remember.
It might
I
have
remember
been.
you giving it away.
It might have been in Canton. And I'm like, I wonder if they took the game up, because they were looking to get the mat. They were looking, and I wonder if they stayed with it.
I love the mat.
Remember? I don't think it was Gary. I can't remember. I'm lucky I remember my wife.
I love that mat.
I give up. Yeah, see, I mean, it's beautiful.
I love it. It just makes the game flow.
Yeah, and that's different strokes.
Yeah.
And Rob comes by. Hi, Rob. Thanks for coming by tonight. We're just kind of having
an hour and 35-minute walk to Kings Plaza from where I was. No, Matty Mo, it's gotta
be more.
Yeah, no, that had to be 50 miles, Joe.
From 60th Street
and 20th Avenue out to Kings Plaza. Now you're gonna make me look.
I really can't guess.
Now you're gonna have me look.
So what else we got going on here? So I got the shootout thing. I'm gonna get with Ray on that. Maybe we'll add people to it if I can get going at it. But I thought it'd be fun to do some shootout and do that. Guys, I've been playing so many things here, especially before I got busy this weekend, and I just had so much fun with it. I played some payoff pitch. I played some season ticket baseball. Obviously I played some Appa Master. I'm surprised how good I'm doing at the Appa Master baseball, because that's a pretty deep game, and I'm still enjoying the heck out of it. I really am. I did get some Appa football on the channel, and then the Fast Drive football. Holy cow! Have you guys played that yet? Oh, you ordered it, right? You guys ordered Christmas, maybe,
yeah,
right?
I think, I'm getting mine as a Christmas present.
Oh man, that is so good. Yeah, it is. It's such a good time. It's like it hits the sweet spot for football games between, making some decisions and team things that matter, team qualities that matter. Yeah, I like that.
I was so wrong. See, everything.
Yeah, 2 hours, an hour and 50 minutes.
Yeah, that's why our parents said they used to walk Mount Everest and through 6 feet of snow to get to school.
Yeah, he was right.
I was younger, and I thought it was, it's saying right here. Wow.
Like I said, getting back to what you said, Dave, about, Fast Drive, like I said, in Canton, I saw Al, shown at the tables, watching it, and being familiar playing the cards and dice version of it, I could see that it was going to be a really good game and improve the game.
We're going to get him on. I sent him a message. I said, Clay, you got to come on. Let's talk about the new version of the game. So he's going to come on. I'm sorry,
Al.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Al.
Yeah.
So Al, let's come on. So I figured I'd let him Al and Keith are still kind of sorting. Well, everyone's still sorting out through Black Friday.
So
yeah. So says, you do your thing. We'll take care of that. And then we'll get you on. We'll talk about the game and some of the products there. Oh, I should have some of my stuff coming in from him. What's today? So I don't know what day is today. It's Sunday. Yeah. So it should be Monday. I might get my 3D6 gaming in, which I'm looking forward to, because then I could stream some of my shootout and have a scoreboard on there and do that. Dawn asked me, because what is my setup for the overhead gameplay? Oh boy, that is like years of trial and error in the making. But where I settled now is I bought an actual Panasonic video camera with an HDMI out going into a capture card, which goes into the computer. That seems to work pretty well compared to anything else I've tried. I'm still always looking to make it better, but the video camera seems to work really nice. At least I think it does. So,
Mm.
so that and I have a lights everywhere, and I have this arm that comes up, and the camera sits, and I got all these different conversions for trying to get it the right angle to fit on this arm to overlook everything. So yeah, the side camera view. I could probably. I'm not going to hook one up right now, but yeah, every now and then I put in the third camera, and I have the side camera over here, so you can kind of see over my shoulder and look into the newsroom, if you will. Yeah, I did buy the. I have a clamp for it too. I just don't have it set up, but I did have the side camera. I think when I unboxed Payoff Pitch one night, I had a camera over here shining down on my right, and you could see over me doing the cards. Yeah, just once in a while, I like to do stuff like that. I really do. So,
Mm.
but anyway, yeah, I've been having a lot of fun with all the stuff here. I think I even snuck in a game of Hockey Bones for the 81-82 project, so I did that.
I almost broke that out today.
Yeah, you know what
All my
was
frustration.
you know why I did it is because I wanted to do APA, and I pulled out APA in the game that I picked. The goalie for whatever team it was, Minnesota, I think, was a guy that played 3 games, and he wasn't carded for APA. And we
Hmm.
want to play. I think you want to play the correct goalie, so I had to
Oh,
pull
well,
it
you
out.
had said that, so you had to pull out
I
Hockey
pulled
Bones,
out,
right?
but luckily Bones, I had it in that season, so I was able to play it. Otherwise, I didn't know what the heck I was going to do. Maybe I would have. Does Shootout have 81-82?
Shootout Hockey 81. No, it doesn't.
No, I don't think it does.
Because that's because Ray wanted to get in it, and they didn't have. He told me they didn't have it, and that's when I introduced him to John Turnbull's Red Ice,
Okay,
and
okay,
that's how he was. Yeah, they don't.
okay. Yeah, Shootout season. So I'm over here now. Yeah, I'm not seeing 81-82. 83 they have. There's not a lot of 80s. 83 and 85 is all he's got. So yeah, okay. So you can't play 81-82 Shootout. Okay. Okay. And yeah, we'll get that on here pretty soon, John. Will be a treat. Maybe when I get all dressed up and put on my my Jean Nate and I play these late night
Oh,
games.
it's how long we on now?
Remember Jean Nate? That was like
Oh,
the thing, and it was gross, and everyone still used it. It was gross. Oh
It's
my
like
god.
Old Spice. Old Spice was the Jean Mattei, right?
Yeah.
Your grandfather.
And Mr. Rogue comes by. Overtime in his hockey game tonight. The Blues scored 106 left to tie the game in 4th Street Hockey. That's one I got to do. Ryan said he would show me that at D2D. So I'm kind of hoping Ryan comes back next year and brings his 4th Street Hockey and is ready to go so we can learn that. And the APA with the fast action cards, APA Soccer with the fast action cards. So I'm kind of hoping that those are my things on my wish list to do next year. And let's see here. Dave says he just cut the entire 93-94 Hockey Blast card set. So for reference, less than 2 hours to cut the cards. Okay, so he's flying along with that.
Where does he live?
Yeah, I know.
Might have to invite him over.
You're looking for
I
work?
pay well.
Looking for work, Dave? He's cut them during the broadcast. I
pay
used to do that too.
especially when it comes to manual labor.
Yeah,
I don't want to do it.
Yeah, I got the Old Spice on. I'm gonna look good for myself tonight when I play fast.
Thank you, Barbara.
Attaboy.
You can tell I'm getting a little punch drunk here from
I
just
like when
working
we
too
get
much.
punch drunk.
Oh
Talk nice
man,
and stupid like.
yeah.
Stupid. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it's a pick everybody wants in their head. Seeing me sitting here with my little Men in Motion. I'll get dressed up like Men in Motion and I'll play. Yeah, that'd be great. It'd be a good
I'm
time.
gonna check where I'm at in the queue for Fast Drive. I'm guessing it's gonna ship next week. The queue. 380.
It'll
Really?
probably ship in a few days.
Still, huh?
Oh, I started at 883.
Yeah, it'll probably ship in a few days then.
So yeah, they usually get to about 100.
John Heckle, good question for John.
Yeah,
I use
yeah,
hybrid. Dave will tell you because I do what Dave does. He taught me.
yeah. So John says, do you use the fast action cards or dice for payoff pitch? I'm looking to stop my Brewers 82.
I use both.
Yeah, I do both. Here's what I do, John. So I will roll dice for the initial at bat.
The pitch, right?
So you get the pitcher and the batter. If I get a defensive check, I go fast action card.
Mhm.
Okay, instead of using the chart, I go to fast action card. It's just so much faster. And then I will roll the dice from there. So I don't use the fast action cards for dice rolls.
Me
Right.
neither.
I will use the fast action cards for defensive checks. I
Yeah.
use the fast action card for my steals, for
Mhm.
my bunts,
And runner advancement.
and runner advancement. Yeah. So what I do is I use the optional advance rules where 2 outs, everybody gets an extra base. I don't care if you're me or if you're, the Flash. Everyone gets 2 outs. 2 outs gets the extra base. If it's wheelhouse, you also get 2 bases no matter how many outs. And then if it's tough, if there's less than 2 outs, it's 1 base only. So a single is 1 base, double is 2 bases.
Oh, so you don't go off what the card says?
Nope.
The fast
and then,
action?
but this is the optional advance rule. So tough is 1 base only, except with 2
Okay.
outs. 2 outs trumps everything. So 2 outs trumps
Right.
all. So now we're talking less than 2 outs. Wheelhouse is an extra base. Tough is never an extra base. For a patient and in play, that's when I go to the card.
Go to the card. Okay.
So I go to the card on in play and patient only. The other stuff is all done. And once I settled on that, because I was all over the place with payoff pitch, it was bugging me. So once I settled, I said, look, I'm going to do it this way, and that's it. And I don't care who's running. That's going to be the standard. It just made my life so much easier. So I use the fast action card for a lot of things, but never for dice rolls.
Yeah, me neither.
The other thing I will use it for too is if I do get that defensive check or error check, I will use the fast action card to get the result of that, to see if it's a 1 base error, 2 base error.
Yes.
Is it a ground ball? Is it a line drive? Is it a pop out? So I will use that to get the out. So the fast action cards come in nice to speed up the game for all that extra stuff is what it is. But I still roll the dice is what I do.
Rogue Borg's asking because he's so helpful. Did the end? Yes. I think it started definitely earlier than that.
No, I think the
About
4x4. I think in the 90s.
2001,
It might have been in the 90s. The 4-on-4.
Yeah.
I think it was in the late 90s.
Yeah.
Sometime in the 90s.
You'd have to look it up. I thought it was like 2000.
I don't remember. Yeah, John, if you look in the payoff pitch rule book, and I happen to have it right here because that's how much I play it. Where was it now? On one of the chats, it says it's on the running chart.
So I assume
yeah,
John
okay, so
has payoff pitch. I assume
hope
he
so,
has it.
So it says so on the base running chart. So on this one right here, the base running chart. Okay, down the bottom over here, it's got your alternate basic base running rules. Using the basic base running rules as described above, which is wheelhouse in 2 outs, extra base, in tough the 1. Whenever a hit comes from patient or in play, draw the fast action card. So that's what I use. I use the alternate basic base running rules, and that works really, really well for me because I don't have to think about speeds and arms and the whole bit, and it just makes it. But if I want speed and arms and the whole bit, that's when I go to Appa Master.
Yeah.
That's where I go for that because then I got it.
Yeah, I know you love it. I know you love it.
And,
Does have everything.
Yeah, but again, it's sometimes you don't want that much.
Right.
Sometimes you don't, and that's fine too. You don't need to go that crazy. But
John, text me later. I should be up a little while. Text me later. I want to ask you something. Okay. Moving on.
Are you guys gonna be
putting on fancy thongs and stuff? Yeah, we might.
Oh, I'm gonna. It's over 2 hours now. I'm done.
We might.
Where was the comment here?
Little lingerie.
99, 2000, 4-on-4.
Yeah, I said 2000.
Yeah.
Not bad.
I said 90s, right? And you said 2000.
I
So
can
we
barely
went
remember what I ate today for dinner. It's hockey, man. It's just hockey. Oh, see, John's already got it. He's already in it.
I can't find the comment. It was kind of a funny comment.
John's already in a Negaligi, whatever.
Rob's way behind. Yes, I'm way behind too. And then I signed in. The second I said, my wife asked me to pick her up for shopping. Well, that's why then you put the earphone in, right? The earbud in, and you stream it on your phone and just have the earbud on the outside so she can't see it. I do that when I go shopping with the wife. We go food shopping, once or twice a week, and I'll go in the store and I'll have my headphones in and I'll be listening to stuff while we're shopping. She's like, "Did you get the bread? Mm-hmm. Did you get the milk? Mm-hmm." And meanwhile,
when-
I'm listening to something.
All right.
Now I know it's
Sean
getting
asked
late
about
because I'm
mice.
seeing some of the comments here. Dave saying about his negligee, and now the
Oh my gosh,
comments.
John's wearing a negligee. Do you have the? Do you have the pink one or the orange one? That's what I want to know.
Sean asked about mice eating.
Yeah, this is
That's gross. Sean, if there was a mouse anywhere near my house, my wife would dial the naval base to have this place new. Okay. We had 2 ants on the deck. This is outside. I had an exterminator here literally 4 days straight.
Trying to find the ants. Yeah.
I don't deal with
Has the
mice.
play situation been a topic? Oh, it is what
Has the
Yeah.
play situation?
It's not
Oh,
really a
it was-
topic,
it was
Keith
family,
made a
yeah.
decision, and
Well,
the
there's nothing to
son Sam
discuss.
is moving on in his life, and there was pre Sam, and Keith is going to go back to that. I think he's going to be
Yeah.
fine.
I think Keith is just realizing what he can do and what he can't do, and he doesn't want to bite off more than he can chew.
Right.
And he doesn't want to try to have a convention and try to set it up by himself or find some people that can, because just you get into a groove, is what it is. And all of a sudden, your right hand man leaves. It's like, well, now we gotta regroup. And so I think what he's doing, he's just condensing to what's manageable for him.
Had a girl, Bobs. I know
And
you don't.
Keith has
yeah.
overcome a lot of things. If you know anything,
Yes.
right,
Yeah.
Lynn?
Yes.
And like I go into groups and I don't want to turn this name, and I see people doing polls and like leave this man. This man knows what he's doing.
Listen, he's never going to compromise the product he put out.
Exactly.
But people get excited.
I get it.
I get it.
Listen, I felt like I was punched in
get
the
it.
stomach when I was watching that stream. But I'm not going to go out there and say, and start speculating that they're going out of business.
You and I were
That's not the case.
And then I spoke to him, not physically. I mean, Keith text back and forth afterwards, and he's going to be okay.
Right.
He's going to be okay. And he
And
knows
we're here
there's
to
people
support
out there going to help, You don't have to circle the wagons and worry about this and that. And,
Yeah. Oh, Todd has a good idea. Digital's a dyke. After dark. All right.
Is that when it switches over? The cable switches over?
Oh, boy.
Remember as a kid, they used to black it out. I was a kid. And because at a certain time at 12 o'clock, it would switch over.
Oh, yeah.
And
yeah.
they'd black it out. If you was just, so my friends came up, you know what you got to do? You disconnect the cable in the back. So when they send the bullet, it doesn't black out. And parents were sleeping, I'd put it back on and we'd watch After Dark.
Oh, wow.
Dave Little, he's in.
All righty. Dave Little, that's the ticket. Good night, gentlemen. Thank you, David.
No, wait.
Are you,
You
gonna
can
bring
do your After Dark at Digital to Dice with
Yeah,
Dave.
Dave, we're just getting going. We're we're talking
keep it out of
negligees
us.
now.
I'll be gaming.
Yeah.
Is it a negligee or a nightgown? A nightgown always reminds you of something my grandmother wears. You know what I mean? It's a negligee. D to D After Dark.
Mini Maddie, Brooklyn Maddie.
Yeah.
So, Maddie's from Brooklyn?
Yeah.
Oh, so he would have known where.
Yeah.
Okay.
He knew he was on the money. He was on
Maddie,
the money.
I swear, if I was
I
telling
would have think it
somebody
was
else,
30 miles, right? 20, 30
I said,
miles.
you heard me before.
You said 50. It felt like 50.
I felt like I was walking for 8 hours.
Yeah,
and we were
Bensonhurst.
let's
Well,
put
we
it
got to
this
talk,
way.
Maddie.
We were infused
Offline.
at 15 years old. I'll put it that way. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So that walk was, for 3 guys that were just walking in sunshine,
I used to walk everywhere. I used to jog everywhere, ride my bike everywhere. I used to put golf clubs in my back.
Bensonhurst. Yep.
Oh, wow. 14th Avenue between 84th and 85th.
Oh my gosh, my daughter was born when we moved out
Wow.
to this godforsaken Tom's River. Before that, she was born on 86th and Benson.
What's that area famous for? 14th between 84th and 85th.
14.
Christmas decorations.
Dyker Park.
Dyker Park. My
Dyker
God.
Heights.
They had to close the
you're
streets
still
off.
there. My brother's on 11th and 79th.
Oh, wow.
He's 11 between 78th and 79. He's been there forever. Best area to go to look at lights is Matty
No,
Moores.
they still,
Matty
till
will
this
tell
day.
you.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah.
I played football at Dyker in the Expo Athletic League. You're probably a lot younger than me, Matt.
You're killing me, Maddie. Look what he wrote. what it's
Yeah.
known for.
Oh, Jesus. God, yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
Too funny. Too funny.
yeah.
Brooklyn used to be a great neighborhood.
Scapacci's. Know them very well, Matty.
Yep. Mm.
So I need to start getting the list of our special guests
I played a lot of golf at Dyker too. That's where I
Right.
started.
for
Go ahead.
D2D.com. So, because I know that we had a pretty good list of special guests last year. So I need to
Right
start.
off the bat, you got to get John. He's wearing a negligee.
Yeah, I know he's going to be real special. He'll be he'll be D2D after dark in Connecticut. Yeah, no, but I want to kind of go over that list to see who might be coming from last year. Hopefully, we'll get at least most of them from last year.
Holy cow.
Maybe a few more.
Barbara's my wife grew up right on the corner of 59th and 11th, Barbara.
Oh
I
wow!
was 62nd and 11th.
Oh my goodness.
Speaking of special, yes, we
I
have.
was just gonna say, I'm sure Mr. Clay will be there.
I hope so. It was fun having him out there, and he had his
Yes, it
season
was.
ticket tournament going there, and we were playing. Was it Fuse? Oh yeah, I think it was Fuse, right? We were playing late night Fuse with him.
He figured it out.
Yeah, he figured out.
that's-
Yeah,
Yeah, he figured it out.
so
He
we were,
scares me. He's scared.
I was playing it wrong too, and he's like, oh, "Dave, you're playing
That's
it wrong."
what scares me. He figured out a game he never had nothing to do with.
Yeah.
You
We were
playing it
sitting
wrong.
outside. It was ST
Clay, you have
Clay
a great mind, my man.
and Mr. Blue Links. And I was like, it was
Oh,
like
I
I
would've
was
had
in
to
a
leave.
professor's
You
room.
know what I would have did? I would have put a waitress apron on. You guys need anything? I'll be
Oh my
back.
goodness.
Yeah, can't hold that conversation. They're way out of my league.
We're always right. We're never wrong. We're
And
always right.
Enzo's from
Nah,
Canarsie.
he's talking about play. That's what he's talking about. But we'll be fine. It was a punch in the stomach for me too, but
Yeah, it stinks.
it stinks.
All right. So Clay says he's got his ticket and he's gonna go. That's fantastic. And Philip comes by. Good to see Philip. But yeah, I got to go over that guest list. I want to contact everybody. See, I don't need definite commitments, but I like to get an idea. So if somebody's like, "I'm definitely not coming," I want to take them off the list so we can start promoting some of those people there.
Yeah. We could talk about offline too.
Yeah, we can do that too about
Yeah.
who we're gonna get. I'm hoping to maybe get a couple new ones. I'm hoping the wrestling people show up. The was it the Joester guy?
Oh,
with
it
his,
doesn't matter, like John Cena.
his power wrestling. Was it the power wrestling game he's got?
Yeah, a couple of you guys you're supposed to
The
have
one
there.
game
Two
you
wrestling
talked
guys
about,
didn't show up. Two wrestling
the
guys.
one
didn't.
game was mentioned was that Pro Wrestling Superstar. I didn't know that was a
Phil
computer game.
Philosopher?
Yeah, that's just Joester guy. I think it was. Yeah, he
Pro
was supposed to come.
Wrestling Superstar or
He was
something.
supposed to show up, and
It's
he
a
and he
very
couldn't
popular
make it.
game.
It's a
And there was a-
computer game though.
Two wrestling
Oh.
guys didn't make it. Yeah, the last minute they canceled. Unfortunately, they canceled.
I'd like to support him, but I think no, that's not him. Never mind. No, that's not him.
And Mark says he's playing a lot of
Can't
season
stop
ticket
pleasing
baseball.
see.
Yeah, it's a
What,
great
Mark,
game.
what seasons you got, buddy?
Good
Wanna
game.
know what are your favorite teams? What seasons are you playing? Like to know some of that there.
Mark, I don't know if you are close or you're planning coming to D2D. If you love season ticket baseball, last year they had a little mini tournament and it was
Joe
great.
Costa.
Joe Costa Jr. ran it. It was great.
Those guys look like they had a lot of fun. You played in it, Joe?
Yeah,
You did.
yeah, we had fun. And he did it in such a way where it didn't take away from the convention.
That's another
He-
guy.
he-
Joe knows how to
he-
work
he,
around things.
The way he set up the schedule, you had some time. Okay, your game, you advanced. Come back in another half hour. It was perfect. He did a
Yeah,
great
that
job.
worked out well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dwayne Martz comes by.
Wow.
Dwayne,
Dwayne, we're
Dwayne.
only here 2 hours and 15 minutes, but glad you can make it.
Dwayne. Just no one else listen right now. No one else
No.
listen. All right,
Fine.
no one's listening. Dwayne,
Talking Morse code.
Dwayne, you need to get a felt dice tower. Your dice are too loud.
Oh, another one, huh?
Okay, that's all I'm going to say. No one else heard that because I love watching Dwayne, but at night, the dice is too loud in my ears when I try to listen. And someone else told me that the dice are too loud on your channels. I'm just a little PSA. I'm still going to watch, but I'll watch more at night and I'll listen to more games if the dice is not that loud. And there's a few other people I need to talk to about that too. Because it's just like clank, clank, clank. It's going down a plastic chute. It's like, oh my gosh, that is so noisy. And I can't hear the person talk because all I hear is the dice.
I could deal with it if I'm watching somebody, but if I did it, like I said, in the house, phew, I'd have to run.
Mark's going to IndyCon.
Going into
I
con.
wish
Okay.
I could. I told ST we're in
Yeah, I
touch.
wish to.
We're in
I just
touch pretty
can't.
much every other day, and
I'd like to go out there too, but it's a 1 day thing. It's way out there. I'd have to fly, and that's right in the middle of playoff time too.
I
Oh, I
just
saw that yeah, they just added some tag team stuff. I should try that game. I need to get a hold of him.
Oh,
That's why
Mark.
I want
Okay,
him to
came
All right.
show
back.
up.
Yeah.
which
I want
game you talking about? Get the
um,
right name. I want to look.
I think that's
Is
the
the tabletop?
Pro Wrestling Superstar. I think it's a
It's
card
the
game, and
computer one.
I think he's got computer and
He's got
cards.
both, I think.
Yeah, yeah. I want to see that. I want to see that game, and he unfortunately he didn't make it this year to the convention.
Pro wrestling.
You know, with the hidden names, with the incognito names now on YouTube, I didn't realize who Mark was, and he says I might be going to Canton again. Now I put two and two
Nice.
together. Who he is?
And Captain Carl's got the cards and dice
Was Mark
version.
one of the football tournament guys? The Yappa football tournament
I
guys?
believe so.
I'm sorry. I'm sure we met, and my brain's.
No, it's just the way the names changed on here. But Mark, yeah,
I don't see no board game for this game.
PWS
Yeah,
Pro Wrestling Superstar.
unless it's a separate website. This is
Maybe that's the older version, and he has a computer version now.
the computer version.
Well, again, I'm gonna bug him. We advertised him on Black Friday, and he said that he did some pretty good stuff. Oh, it's a Sports Time Machine. It's not sold anymore. Oh, is that the cards and dice version? Is that the cards and dice version? A vampire gimmick, interesting. And Mark said he played mostly Cold Snap in Canton.
Okay,
I need to pull that out again.
that's a
Mark
great game.
Oh,
Mark gave me that when I was in Canton last year, and I have a season for it too.
That's a great game.
And I want to get back to
I
that.
love that one, and I love Grant's CFL. His
Okay,
49 football.
The cards and dice is not sold anymore. Okay.
Okay.
Do any of us play fantasy sports? What do you mean by fantasy sports?
No more. The fantasy leagues, like
Yeah, I
playing
used to know
fantasy
more.
football, fantasy baseball.
Okay, yeah, I
So you
don't.
join, you put up X amount of dollars, and you play for prize money. Some guys don't, but you play for prize money. And baseball's tough. You got to be on it every day, right, Joe?
no, yeah.
Hockey, you got to
Right.
just put your lineups in
Hockey,
all the
yeah.
time.
Baseball's probably
It's
the
all right.
toughest.
It's all
Football's
right.
the easiest in a sense.
I'm not a
'Cause
big
you-
fantasy guy.
I don't play anymore. I used to play a lot of hockey.
I played in football leagues for the last, I guess, 5 years because a friend of mine we met at our old church. And matter of fact, they were here for dinner tonight. He had one. They were looking for somebody, so I joined. I don't even watch football that much. I had it on today, actually. This is I like the Bengals a little. So I turned it on because I see they were beating the Bills, who I also like. And Vinny, who anything he touches turns to rust. I watched the Bills pick off Joe Burrow. First 2 interceptions.
Oh
in the year.
man, yeah, I can't believe that.
I'm like,
I needed those Bills to lose today. I
Well, I
like
was
the
I'm
Bills.
so old.
But I
I'll
was
show you
actually
how old
watching the
I am
hockey
in-
game. I was
in
watching
fantasy sports.
I was watching
I
the
used-
Flyers and the Avs. God.
I used to be in a league.
Hmm.
This is how long ago. And the commissioner, you had a phone number, you had to call in, and they had an answering machine. And you pick your free agents and make your moves. You had to leave a message and put your lineup on the message.
Huh.
There was no computer, but and it used to get done. It used to get done.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
Back in
gave
the
up years
day.
ago.
back in the day, yeah, it was all pen and paper.
Hmm You get
Time.
to have a live draft, right?
Yep. That's the fun stuff. But I have guys come to my house from my so I run two retro football leagues, like I said earlier, with Stratomatic. And my bicentennial football league, which we're heading down the stretch of 1982, a few guys come for the draft. We couldn't get together last year because I forget something happened here. I think it's just somebody wasn't feeling good or whatever. And we have a lot of fun, even just 3 or 4 to 20 guys that are in the league, and it's fun. It's fun. So, but
So
my
you guys-
other league,
See,
no.
I was playing a game of APA, and I rolled the 66 on Bob Forsh's card, and he has the 1, and he hit the home run.
Yes.
That was cool. I had a pitcher hitting a home run.
Well, he was a good hitter. Both him and Ken, his brother, they were good hitting pitchers.
Yeah.
So it
I
wasn't
got-
out of the realm. I thought that was great.
Let's see. What is Clay?
And his Big Apple
Nice,
Sports,
Chris,
Joe.
nice.
I don't know what that is
Okay.
referring
What is
to.
it?
Clay says an interesting project would be to get a group to do a co-op league, and then a different group to play fantasy league using the co-op stats.
Okay. See, that's why I say I can't keep up with that brain. I don't even know what he means. Clay, hello. I dropped out of high school 3 months. No, don't have the head for that, but I'd love for you to explain that one.
Mario, you used to get
Oh,
the
my-
fantasy football
yes.
results in the
Yeah.
mail.
They used
Wow.
to do the baseball ones, yeah.
Strat used to do that. Strat
That's
used to have the
great.
play-by-mail leagues.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I
Yeah.
played them. I played in the hockey one,
Hmm.
and it just felt like I was coaching against myself, or it was you're just reading instructions and read. I like my games to flow, and again, to each their own. Yeah, I love cold snap, and I love 49 football. I'd also love to remember what I was just thinking of because I was going to say something.
I've done the same like 10 times tonight. What was I talking about? Oh, yeah.
Oh, mercy. It's
Well,
not good.
gentlemen,
It's not good.
Yeah.
We're like having a contest, see the first one to leave. Last one in's a rotten egg.
Yeah. And we can wrap it up. We'll
Yeah.
kind of wrap up this. I didn't think we'd go a couple hours tonight, but almost 2.5. But we had a fun time here
was
tonight.
fun.
And, you know,
I got to ask Maddie Moe to reveal something, though, very personal. How old are you, Maddie? If you don't mind me asking. Because I'm 64.
I'm hoping he's over 18. That's all I'm going to say.
Uh-oh. Because then we're talking about
nah, he wouldn't know
lingerie.
about.
No.
Because this is D to D after dark, you know?
Barbara, she's right, yeah. Especially when you
Yeah, I
had the
know.
old girlfriend.
No-
You say bye. No,
Nobody wants to be the first guy to
You
leave
say
and hang
bye.
up. Yeah, I know.
bye. Now I
I
hang
know.
up if,
50.
no matter what.
All right, he's
50.
behind us. He's a little
Okay.
younger than us.
You're little. Want to trade?
And trade some years. Yeah.
14 years younger. I'll take
It's a
it.
big difference, you know,
Okay,
for back
okay.
then.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, but he still gets it.
Right, no,
That
definitely,
age,
because
he
he's
gets
from
it.
the neighborhood.
He gets it, yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, before we sign off, if you
More
guys
love.
any other questions for myself, Joe or Vinny, or let us know what you're going to be playing this week. I'm hoping to be back with some more Action PC manual entry stuff once I get a little bit better at it. Although I think I pretty much solved it as far as some of the workarounds that you got to do to get the stats in. But I think it's so far it's been okay. It's been okay. I want to get more Fast Drive football on the table here, gentlemen. Whether I stream or not, I have 5 more games, and I'm through week 3 of my 79 season. So I might,
They're playing 79.
yeah,
Mm.
I might actually just make a coffee tonight and play a little bit here before I go to bed. Get a
It's
couple
the
of games in.
Chargers before their big years, so I'll root for them.
Yep. Trying to think what else is going on here. I'm so far behind with work. I had so many leagues back up over the weekend that I didn't get to. So I got a lot of work I got to do in the morning. I haven't even been to the gym in a couple weeks just because I've been so busy with stuff. But I'm hoping to get a show in. Maybe we can either record or go live Wednesday night. That might be my only night this week.
You know where I'm at.
And we got a couple of topics that we can go over, whether we go live or whether we record. So we're kind of hoping to get a D to D in this week. And then, today's the 7th. In just
weeks.
a couple of weeks. Yeah, 2
Yeah.
weeks. 2 weeks from today, we're having the Christmas show. So I need to, we started going over the prize list, and the list is actually still growing. So what I need to do is get a hold of the people who are giving it away and just confirm one last time.
I got some of the boys coming over next week. Joe, Ray, Ryan. We're going to do some hockey action.
Nice.
If Ray don't get
Nice.
involved in the co-op, he's going to get a body check as soon as he comes in the door. I might get hurt, but he's going to get checked.
Yeah, just give him a cheap shot from behind. Just a little cross check there.
Oh, boy. He's a big boy. He might hurt me.
We had some kids that were playing this weekend, And our guys are small. They're like 5'8", and there was some 6'4" monsters out there. Like, oh my gosh, how do you even play against a guy like that? But yeah, we're gonna try to get in another show here. I will have an announcement for our Patreons and our channel members here about some of the prizes that you could win and what you're gonna do as far as getting first pick of the prizes, and see if you even want to be involved. So it's gonna be something that I will put out a video, and you will have to kind of activate the offer, so to speak. I'm not going to assume everybody wants in, because I do need to know. I'm going to give you the list of the prizes. You put them in order.
Plus, we don't know what games they have, Dave, right?
Right.
Well, that's the thing is if you put them in order, just say, look, these are the ones I will take in order. Then I know that if we give it to you, it's something you're either going to use or like, or maybe you don't have. So if there's a game you have, don't put it on the list. Just say, these are the 5, 6, or 7 prizes I would like in order. And then and after that, we'll do the best we can. But again, it's just supposed to be a fun time. And so I need to get on top of that to make sure that everything's going with that. So we have contact information. I got to work on the wheel. I don't think there's any other way around it. I'm just going to have to enter people, as they come in the chat room, so I'll let you guys entertain the people, and I can just put in the names as they come up, and just take my time with it, and we'll just do the best we can to try to have some fun that night. That's all.
Okay, let's do the Waltons now,
Yeah.
Fenner comes
Night,
by
John
right when
boy.
we're signing
Night, Dave
off.
boy.
Yeah. Oh man.
Fenner, all I can say, catch you next time.
Yep.
Yeah.
We've only been on for 2 hours and 25 minutes.
Yeah. So I want to thank everybody for coming by.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you. It was fun.
Yeah.
There it is. Barbara knows.
Yeah,
You
nice
got
job.
it, kid.
Yeah.
Night, Bobs. Good night, Babs.
Yep.
And
Yeah,
Bob,
fun.
for what you said before, you're not alone, dear. Anybody will talk to you.
That's right.
And you don't have to say goodbye. You say, see you later. Talk to you later.
Yep. So thanks for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed the chat tonight. And again, hopefully we'll get a show out to you guys this week. And then on the 21st, 2 weeks from now, our big Christmas show, we're going to have a lot of giveaways.
Oof.
And more. At the end of the next show, I'll go over more details with that. I need to nail down the prize list so we can just kind of cut it off and say, here's what we got. So
That's it.
anyway,
Yeah.
so thanks. So again, you guys, thanks for coming on and joining me here. And I got to go put on something sexy.
Good night. On that
Night,
note,
all.
I'm saying good night.
Good night and